The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Shadows crawl. People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light. Up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast and feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing? Shadows crawl. People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light.
What is up, my beautiful people of YouTube? It is good to see you in the room. Good to see so many of you jumping into the chat room so fast. Of course, we're going to be talking about Emmanuel Haro, the missing 7-month-old child that went missing from San Bernardino. Some news, some rumors, all that good stuff here today on Dolly Vision. So if you haven't, make sure you leave your DNA all over that like button, okay? Just in case you go missing, Dolly's going to personally come track you down, all right, and save your life. I'm a lifesaver. Also, if you're brand new here, sub up the channel. We're less than 300 people away from hitting 75,000 subscribers. Look, and I can't do it without the help of each and every one of you guys out there watching. I'm going to do the happy dance at 75K. And if y'all want to see that, sub up the channel, okay? And feel free, of course, to share me anywhere, long as it's not Pornhub, okay? Don't share me on Pornhub. I'm too ugly unless you put me in the ugly category. Now, let me give my warnings before we jump all into this, because some people on these YouTube streets be lawsuit happy. Dolly Vision for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. Remember, people, everyone is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. Even these people we're going to talk about today, even though we think a little bit differently. And the biggest one of them all is, don't try to be me. You will look like a naked mole rat. Okay, yes, I did shave. Okay, it was getting a little hot. I was getting a little furry. I looked a little homeless. So it was time to trim up a little bit. All right. But you don't want to be Dolly at home, okay? You don't want to be me. It's dangerous. Don't do it, okay? Break every 10 commandment first, but don't try to be Dolly. So, you know, we're hearing new rumors that are coming out in this case, right? Not too much news, not a whole lot of news, because the police have been keeping everything pretty tight to the vest. The police did let us know that the parents wasn't cooperating, but they didn't really name the parents as suspects, even though they have been serving search warrants left and right on the parents. And we're going to go over a little bit of that stuff tonight. The community also holds a vigil for little Amelia. I can't talk. Baby Haro Haro, okay? I'm getting all tongue twisted. But the community holds a vigil for him. Really beautiful to see that the community cares. But there's some rumors that a witness the night before this all took place, that they seen Rebecca Haro and she had already had a black eye.
It was the 3rd of August.
The 3rd of August, says my producer, somebody had seen her with a black eye. Are you sure it was the 3rd? And she already had the black eye? So that would make the black eye, what, 2 weeks old? I mean, it did look like it was pretty old looking to me, right? And then, of course, witnesses, it's rumored that people at the football game were saying they never saw the baby. And the mother of the child that was playing, the biological mother, said she hadn't seen the child in weeks. Okay, we're going to jump over to this video real fast. Let me go ahead and share it with you guys, and let's get this thing going.
New at 11, concern and questions continue to grow tonight over the whereabouts of a missing baby in Yucaipa. Tonight, a candlelight vigil was held for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who has been missing since Thursday. His mother has said she was attacked and knocked unconscious, and when she came to, her baby was gone. But deputies are now revealing there were inconsistencies in her story.
Yeah, the Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo now joins us with this investigation as it continues to unfold. Tim.
Sophie Jura, you know, in investigations, deputies typically don't release a lot of information and when it's an active investigation, but they have said a little bit this weekend. They say when the mother's story didn't match up with the first version she originally told them, investigators called her out on it. And the mother of that missing 7-month-old then stopped talking to investigators. But tonight, the community is coming together. They're talking, and it's not in support of those parents. 72 hours after little Emmanuel Haro was reportedly kidnapped from a Yucaipa parking lot, this evening police were spotted at the Cabazon home belonging to the 7-month-old's parents. Why they were there tonight, or if there are any breaks in this case, remains unknown. As investigators asked for the community's patience in this still very active case,
God Almighty, we pray in this moment.
dozens showed up for a vigil, praying for the infant's safe return.
I got a baby at home. I'm gonna go home and hug when I get home. I'm extra tighter because it's just that baby's innocent.
Those who showed up to this candlelight vigil focusing on the baby boy and not the growing rumors around town about what might have happened to him.
We could be the voice that he's not here to have, and we can speak and be supportive for him.
Just give him back to me again, please. Don't harm my son.
We first spoke with Emmanuel's parents Friday morning, less than a day after reporting their 7-month-old missing. The boy's mother, Rebecca Haro, told us she was changing her son's diaper in the Big 5 parking lot Thursday night just before 8 p.m. when she was assaulted from behind and knocked out. She's got a black eye and told ABC7 she never saw the suspect, and when she came to, Emmanuel was gone.
I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor. And I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck.
But this weekend, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department says the story Rebecca Haro told detectives had inconsistencies. And when confronted about it, she ended the interview with investigators. The Sheriff's Department then said they're unable to rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel. They searched with canines, they've conducted multiple interviews, and they say they remain committed to finding him. Those at tonight's vigil fear the worst, but are holding out hope investigators get to the bottom of this and find Emmanuel alive.
They'll find out, and it'll be soon, I'm sure, and everybody will have their answer, and we're hoping that it's not what we all assume, but we have to wait.
So this alleged kidnapping happened in that business parking lot of the Big 5. We don't know if there were security cameras facing the parking lot that captured what happened, captured anything at all. But at this point, deputies have not released a description of a suspect or a potential suspect vehicle. They're still obviously searching for any more information. Tim Caputo, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
A lot of questions, Tim. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and jump back over to this. And I agree with you guys. She is a terrible actress. I don't even think she did a good job acting sad. You know, she was real whiny, but no real tears were released. Okay. I didn't see one real tear come out of her eye. And, you know, we know the police have been at the home, and I want to go over some of that with you guys with the Mexican JLR.
Ahmed Belloso from Cabazon, California. You can see investigators are now leaving the chat here at the residence for Emmanuel Haro, who was reported missing on the 14th of August. New developments, and I have video footage. Rebecca, in fact, had that black guy on the 3rd. That black guy that she said she got hit, we have video footage from August 3rd when it was brand new, homie, because she had an appointment at a local establishment in San Bernardino, and we will disclose that information further. We are now here at the property where police are now looking for Emmanuel Haro, and you can see here that we are gonna get as close as we can here. Such a sad situation where you can see the sheriff's department investigators are now here on the property. They have now begun to look for remains of Emmanuel Haro here in Cabazon, California. And you can see there the property in the back. How you doing? And so now investigators seem to be leaving the property here. Ahmed Belloso, the voice of the barrio, the only real homie on the news homes, new developments on the Tira here from Cabazon, where investigators are now leaving the property of the family here looking for little Emmanuel. And that shiner, August 3rd, she was very, very distraught. It's the same. We have video footage that black guy was from August 3rd or the day before. So that tells me that little Emmanuel has been gone since at least the 3rd, homie.
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna be the one to break bad news, homie, but it just saddens me to have to report this here. You can see the family home now. Investigators have since left, and in fact, we do have footage on the Tira that her black eye happened on the 3rd or before, and little Emmanuel has been gone since then, homie.
Homie.
On the Tira in Cabazon, California. And we don't have any further information as of yet, if in fact they did find anything. But we are here in 1080, homie.
All right, so the homie is out there. Okay, the homie is out there right in front of the property. I don't care what you say about his reporting. He is on the scene. He is on top of it, right? He has a weird way of bringing you the information, but he's bringing it to us, right? He's bringing it to us. So I got nothing but respect for the homie, okay, for the homie out there doing his thing. You know, people are taking over media. Alternative media is a big thing. We bring you the news before the news can even bring it to you, right? So I appreciate what he's doing, staying on top of stuff like this. And if this woman really had this black eye from the 3rd, I thought it was about a week old, the black eye. But apparently that black eye would be 15 days old. 2 weeks she's had this black eye. And that looks about right. I knew just straight off the bat that black eye looked at least a week old to me, right? So I was like, I just don't know. I would like to see the video of her with the black eye. Maybe let me click on his channel and see if he has any footage of her with the black eye. Okay, what's the most, I'm not good with TikTok to see what the most recent video is. Here is something from when I believe he was outside of the Big 5. Do they go in order to the newest? I'm not quite sure. Let's see.
We're here in Yucaipa, California. The community has now banded together here for little Emmanuel Haro, who went missing on
I am
August
going to follow
14th
him.
from the Big Five. Right where you see all the people here standing is exactly where little Emmanuel was abducted. Allegedly, somebody coming behind the mother, hitting her, saying hola before all this started. And so this is the community here. This is your community, Yucaipa. So can we just all say Emmanuel on the count of three? 1.
Okay. His channel is, I believe this is a TikTok channel. I'm not real familiar with TikTok, guys. I'm not a big TikTok person. I'm a YouTuber. So it's on the Terra, Tira. And some people say that means on the news, or somebody translate it to me as on the ground or on the dirt. But I could be wrong, but I believe it has some meaning of on the news or on the dirt or on the ground. It's on to something. Okay. All right. Basically, I need to brush up on my Spanish. I mean, I can Google it real quick. Hold on. All right. Hold on. In Spanish. On the strip. Okay. It's on the strip is what it means. Let's see.
Tira.
Tira. I can't even say it.
Tira.
But it says, Google says it means on the strip. Okay, so now we know his channel is called On the Strip. So how long before these parents are arrested?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Emmanuel, little boy, we are looking for you, and we're here with Jackie, and you organized this. Tell us what made you do that.
I'm gonna cry. He's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 7-month-old baby. Like, I mean, I have kids, and the fact that like it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Are you from Yucaipa?
Actually, no, I'm not from Yucaipa. I'm from Mentone, but I lived in Yucaipa for about 7 years. I just moved recently.
Mentone, a local community attached to
Tira.
Philly, right? So Mentone, Yucaipa, Cabazon, even very, very Banning, Beaumont, these Inland Empire cities, and it's shown here, and you can see it sticking together for something so heavy on the hearts. It has captured the nation, and so thank you on behalf of the Inland Empire and throughout, and Emmanuel, thank you so much.
So a lot of people showed up for it.
And this is your community here in Yucaipa for Emmanuel Haro, who was abducted here, allegedly. Justice for Emmanuel. And these people all concerned citizens throughout on the Tira. So thank you all very much. You should be very, very proud of yourselves. Thank you.
Okay. Now, some people are still saying it translates to on the ground. All right. Now, I'm not quite sure. Google said it meant strip, but I'm not Spanish, so I'm sure some of my Spanish people in here probably know better than I know what it translates into. But how long is it going to take to get an arrest in this case? We know they're lying. Oh, and this is breaking news for anybody just tuning in. Jaden Spicer, the stepfather of Jaden Spicer, has been indicted, okay, on tampering with a corpse, abuse of a corpse, lying to the authorities. He's in big, big trouble. He's about to go to prison along with the mother. Don't look good. And we was hoping for that because we knew these people were lying, just like we have here with Rebecca and Jake Haro. These people are lying to authorities. Now The stepdad is going to jail, getting locked up. He's been indicted on these charges, and that is good to see coming. Okay, good to see coming that there's some justice for Jaden, even if it's not the best justice that we expected. We're hoping for more, like a murder charge. I don't know what the autopsy has showed in that case, but you know, she's saying she over medicated the child and then she disposed of her body. Now, this woman had previous abuse charges where she put a kid in danger where it could have led to serious harm or death. And then she got custody of the kid. And within 3 months, his child is dead, buried in a shallow grave. And she's only being charged with second-degree manslaughter. Now, I can tell you now, when these people are arrested, when they are eventually arrested, they're going to say this baby accidentally died and they covered it up. Now, I'm still going to look onto his site and see if I can find where he shares a video of the woman with a black eye on the third, because I haven't seen that. He said these things, but I haven't seen anything of the nature of it. And he covers, it seems that he covers a lot of stuff from fires and everything there, I guess, in San Bernardino. So this is basically your local Mexican news reporter. I mean, I don't know. I like his style, though. I like that he's on the scene. He's doing his own thing. And, you know, in this day and age, you don't got to get a job with a media company. You can create your own media company, just like Dolly has, Dolly Vision Media Group, LLC. So you can be a regular person. Next thing you know, you own the media company. Okay. You own it. You're your own boss, and you can grow it just like you've seen me grow it, just like you've seen JLR grow it, just like a lot of people are building their own media groups. Alternative media is a big thing, big these days. A lot of people are viewing it. There's been situations to where even, you know, some of the cases I covered, I'm doing more views than the local news. Okay. So if you look at the local news and the reporters, and then you look at like my videos, JLR's videos, Igmail's, or anybody that does even gender-free TV, huge, right? So people are looking for alternative sources to get their news other than just their local news. All right. I think the local news don't bring it. You have to wait till, like, you know, 6 o'clock news, the early or the 11 o'clock news. And here on YouTube, we bring you the news as it's happening in live format, and it's way more interactive. You can't really interact with your TV. You can't ask your TV questions and the person on TV answer you. But here on YouTube, you can. Like, y'all can ask me a question, or y'all can give me Josh is Jaden's stepdad. See, you can't do that when you watch the news. All right, you can't add to the news. But here, we create the news and deliver the news together. So if there's something I haven't heard, you guys are going to be feeding it to me as we're live. It's like having 1,600 producers in the room at one time. It's hard to beat that. And a lot of these news people realize that, and they're moving over to YouTube and other social media platforms. Like, we have Vinny Politan now. He has his own YouTube channel doing his own podcast. We have Brian Enton, which is News Nation. He's came over to YouTube and started his own YouTube channel. So these people know, hey, you better get with the times, because the times are starting to pass you. You don't want to see a dude, because a lot of these people, you know, they went to college and they went to school. They got degrees in media and entertainment. And then people that didn't do all that are doing way better than they are. Okay. Doing way better than they are. So you got to get with the times, you know, and the times are changing, and YouTube is one of the biggest platforms in the world. And there's so many people on it, and so many people, a lot of people don't even watch TV anymore. They just watch Netflix and YouTube. And if you have those two things, you will be pretty entertained. Dolly, are you going to a press conference on Jaden? That I don't know. I'm still right now. I got to apply for my media passes. I just got my LLC for my media group. So now I will be able to apply for these press passes and things I need to get in there as actual media. But usually when I show up, even when I showed up on the scene here, the police, I told him, said, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I do news and true crime on YouTube. He's like, come on, let's do it. Come on in, you know. And he was answering questions for me, everything. So if you present yourself as serious, they usually treat you seriously. They just don't want clowns, you know, making a mockery of what is going on. But if you ask legitimate questions and you present yourself in a professional manner to the people, I haven't had one like press conference or the police not let me attend or not let me ask questions. They tend to go with it, right? Everyone so far that I've been into, I've been able to ask questions for, just like that one we covered the other night where the man shot his girlfriend in the head and then shot 2 police officers. And it was pouring down rain for that one. So I did some sacrificing to cover that live on the scene. I'm surprised I didn't get sick, but you know, prayer vigils being held, and thank you to the woman that put that together. Cause you know, these people that go out their way to care about other people, that is a beautiful thing to do. And you know, what they're doing to the community, right? They don't realize when you lie like this, you affect your whole community because people want to believe you. Like people want to believe that you're being honest, but when you start selling like bullshit tickets, you know, wolf tickets is what some people call them, or you just straight up lying, and people know, right? And when you start saying, well, the person said hola, you know, like hello in Spanish, it almost makes it sound like you're blaming Spanish people for hitting you in the head and stealing your baby. Now we know in our country we're going through a weird time where there's a lot of racism against immigrant people in our country. Okay. And some cultures don't need that extra blame put on them, especially right now in the day and age that we're living in, where we got people being pushed out the country for silly reasons, I believe. Now, listen, criminals, I have no problem with locking your ass up, and I would drive you across the border, back across the border myself. But good people that are looking for opportunities and provide for their family and not breaking no laws, them people don't need that extra heat put on their people. Okay. They just don't. So when they said that, and I'm not sure if they're Hispanic or it looks like the wife may be Hispanic, but I don't know about the father. Some people say he looks like he could be, you know, mixed or from India or Pakistan. I'm not, it don't really matter. But I don't know. I guess it matters when you're blaming another race of people for committing a crime against you that you committed on yourself. You know, it kind of goes into the Susan Smith thing with the babies in the water and she blaming a black man, right? Black people get blamed for a lot of things. They don't need, you know, they got their own problems. They don't need white people putting problems on them, just like Latinos don't need people putting any more problems on them that they didn't commit. So I don't think it's going to take very long for arrests to come in this case, right? You've seen the videos of them. Ola, can I have your baby? LOL. You know, maybe they, and you know, the husband's sister gave a totally different story. She said that the dude came up and said Ola and tapped her, and she turned around and he socked her and then took the baby. Now, if that was the case, if somebody taps you, you turn around, you're going to see that person. Now, she never gave a description of the person. She never let anybody know if it was a man or a woman. We all assumed it was a man because usually a woman can't knock you out with a punch unless, you know, she's Christina Cyborg from the UFC or, you know, Amanda Nunes. Women that can, you know, are trained fighters could actually punch a dude and knock him out. You know, it only takes so much pressure to render you unconscious, so much force. And especially if you punch somebody in the back of the head, it kind of rattles your brain a little bit. But the bad thing about punching somebody in the back of the head, which I didn't believe, was she would have had a big ass knot, right? She would have had a big knot on her head. We never one time seen her rubbing her head. And if the Mexican JLR is correct on the strip, on the ground, his channel, and there is a video that surfaces of her having a black eye on the 3rd, that shows that she's lying to authorities. I believe they need to go ahead and make the arrest. The father, he violated his probation, and he on a gun charge, okay? And he has court September 2nd, okay? September 2nd, he'll be in court for that violation. I would say, why don't they go ahead and just bring him in, bring her in for lying to authorities, separate these people, right? Get them separated and find out who done what, right? Because we know that Rebecca is a battered woman, okay? Still don't make no excuses. Just because you're a battered woman don't mean you can lie to the authorities, that you can. Is she that in love with the man where she's going to take this abuse, let the baby come up gone, and still stand by her man? Now, we've seen other women do it. To me, it is absolutely insane. I think she's framing him. The father? I don't think so. Because if we look at Rebecca as a whole, she don't have a criminal record. Okay? So did she just start out one day and go, oh, well, I'm going to be a baby killer? She don't have a criminal record. So, Jan, no need to, yeah, this is not an airport. We don't need you to announce your departure. Just kick rocks. Okay? Just kick rocks. We'll see you around. We'll see you around, homie. Right? So, this woman has no criminal record. The father, on the other hand, has a bad criminal record with charges of domestic violence. He has charges of child abuse, which people are alleging that he beat a child so bad that the child has permanent brain damage. He's been in possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Not a good person. Now, if you was going to blame somebody and there's a criminal standing there and there's a preacher standing there, you're most likely going to start looking at the criminal. But these days, I don't know about them preachers. You might have to keep an eye on them. Sometimes they fool you. New meaning to stand by your man. Yes. And if you're going to do that and you're going to stand by your man, then you need to stand by your man when they sentence you to prison too. Okay. If he gets the next 50 years in prison, she needs 50 years along with him, because she's had plenty of opportunities. She's been in the police station multiple times where she's safe. And if she wanted to get away from this man, all she has to say is, hey, I'm scared of this guy. I got something I want to tell y'all. And they will protect her and make sure she's not hurt by this man ever again. And she seems to not want to do that. I'm sure she may be scared of this man. Still no excuse. I don't know what he's told her. Like, if you tell, they're going to arrest him and he ain't going to be able to do nothing anyway. But a lot of these abusive people, they'll tell women, well, if you ever leave me, I'll hurt your family. I'll track you down. I'll hurt you. I'll do these things. And it's possible. Now, I ain't taking up for this woman, but it's possible that she could be really scared of this man. And she's just doing what he says, right? We know that he's the aggressor. We can tell by her face. Did you see one mark on the father's face? One mark. Did you see a scratch? Nothing. Flawless. He had just as good a skin as Dolly, right? He didn't have a mark on him, but she did. So it pretty much shows you who the aggressor is in all of this. So I hope they bury this man underneath the jail, because that's truly what he deserves. And we're going to take a little look at the location of where the police were searching. I did have the address wrong when we was looking at it earlier. I believe last night or it was this morning. I can't remember. All this story's kind of been running together to me because we've been on it since the very beginning of it. We were one of the first channels out here talking about Emmanuel Haro, and now there's more channels covering it, and we're thankful for those channels that we are. This is where we should have been in the beginning looking at, but we was off. Okay, let's jump to the street view of the home. And you can see there is so much. There's the privacy. Remember when we seen Devato JLR? He was right here in this fenced in field area. So this is where the police were at. We seen the police parked all down this road just earlier in his video. This is where the police were searching. Okay. This is where the police were searching. As you can see, the casino in the back. Remember, the casino was in the background. There's the casino. He has a Facebook too. Well, these people will not be free long. I can almost put my name on that these people will be arrested. It's just a matter of time. We can clearly see that, and authorities, that they have been lying. And, you know, they live in an area, there's not very many neighbors. So, and there's so many places, like I said, to hide a body, that it's going to be hard to find this kid. They may never find this kid. But with the inconsistencies and the lying to the police, they just need to prove that this child is no longer with us. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I believe I have a delivery that just got here. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back with you. Okay. I am back with you. It was Amazon. And they brought my tumblers. I had to order some new blanks because, you know, we got a bunch of tumblers for sale on the merch store. So it was just them coming in. Give me 1 second, guys. So I see somebody in the chat saying Jaden Spencer's mother is now charged with Spicer's mother is now charged with murder. Now, I didn't see that. I did see that the stepfather has been indicted on abuse of corpses, lying to the authorities, and helping bury Jaden Spicer. So this is the area that the family lived in. We're just taking a little look at the neighborhood of where this child was living, you know, and the rumors are that this lady had a black eye 2 weeks before this child went missing, right? Oh, y'all wasn't even looking at what I was showing you. I was just scanning the neighborhood. Google Street View. All right, hold on. Let me blow that back up. Somehow I lost the Street View. We back this back up. Hold on. Technical difficulties. And this is from 2012. So this is an old view of the area. This is the house. Let me show it to you on the street view. Okay. Why is that popping up? All right, this is the house. I don't know what I was looking at before. This is the house. Your 957 likes. Thank you, guys. We got almost 2,000 of you here. If you have not subbed up the channel yet, make sure you sub it up. We bring you all the breaking true crime stuff. Anything goes on in true crime, we're always here covering it with you guys. And apparently, wait a minute. This ain't the, I don't think that's the address. How did my address get off? Yeah, that's not the address. This is the address. Let me put this back in. I don't know why it's showing me that address. Yeah, we were right the first time. Okay. I thought I was right. I was like, okay, I know I'm not that far off. So they got a pretty decent sized home. But like I said, you know, they're on like the bottom of the mountain. And this kid could be anywhere. I mean, just about anywhere. Been watching for years, Dolly. Rarely chat. Well, I'm glad you've been here with us. Can you order the soap if you're in the UK? Yes, I believe you can. Felicia is from Jaden's case. Yes, bye, Felicia. Is Jaden's mother. Felicia Spicer. Well, Felicia Gross, because she married the new husband and his last name was Gross. So maiden name Spicer, married name Felicia Gross. So I hope she is charged with murder. That means they didn't find them chemicals in the body, like, you know, because she said she gave too much medicine to little Jaden. Look at what I sent. Okay. Producers on top of it. Breaking news. Preliminary hearing update August 8th. She's charged with murder. Okay, she is charged with murder. Court records released Monday confirmed that Felicia Gross, mother of late Jaden Spicer, has been formally indicted on a charge of murder in connection with her son's death. Gross is also facing additional charges, including falsely reporting an incident, tampering with physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, and 2 counts of tampering with a witness. In addition, Jaden's stepfather, Joshua Gross, has been indicted on multiple charges. Those include complicity to murder, complicity to false reporting an incident, tampering with physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, and 2 counts of complicity to tampering with a witness. The case remains ongoing. More information details expected as court proceedings continue. And what did this say? Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get this information right for you guys. Preliminary hearing update August 18th. Okay, so I guess she had a preliminary hearing, or there was a preliminary hearing today, and she has been charged with murder. Okay, manslaughter is off because she was originally charged with second-degree manslaughter. Now she has been charged with murder, and her husband is in jail too. So, they had other small kids in the house. So I think this was the best thing to get these kids away from these people is arrest them all. And I don't know what the laws are in California if they do not find this child. I want to ask you guys, do you think they will make an arrest without a body in this case in California? Some of you guys live in California. Let me bring up the phone lines real quick because I want to hear from you guys today. Do you think they will bring murder charges or charges against these people without a body? Here in Virginia, we do, but every state's a little bit different. And I'm not really familiar with how the laws work in California. But let me get this phone line open and let's discuss this case. That didn't take long. Dolly. Hello.
Hi, Dolly. It's Mia, California. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. I think they will bring charges up.
Do you? Even without a body?
Well, look, they convicted Scott Peterson. Well, forget it. I thought my mind's somewhere else. Yeah, I think so. I mean, just the inconsistent statements between the parents and the fact that he's been missing for weeks. They barely reported it now. What do you have to hide?
Well, we don't know if the baby's technically been missing for weeks. People are alleging that there's video evidence of her with that black eye on August 3rd, which was 2 weeks ago.
Do we not know yet? Proof of life?
No, I would like to know that too.
Well, I think they're guilty. They need to come clean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident that they're guilty, and I'm surprised they haven't been arrested for lying to authorities, at least to get them in there and separate them. But with them lawyering up, they probably ain't going to get nothing. That's why they haven't arrested them yet, and they're still investigating.
But, being from California, I do agree partially on we are very lax on convicting people. I mean, I had the bounty hunters come about a month and a half ago to my house looking for my daughter's baby daddy. And they released him the next day. They finally got him, but they released him like the next day.
Yeah.
And he's a violent offender. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, the prisons and jail systems are so overwhelmed in California that they basically catch and release.
Yeah, but look, prime example. This guy already did it to one child.
And
here we go, another one.
Yeah, he should be in prison right now for what he did to that one child. You're right. And then, violating the probation with a gun charge, and he's still free. Like, they're just letting violent ass people loose. And let people that shoplift or run red lights or, may have driving charges, let all them people out of jail and house the violent criminals.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. I think it's population control sometimes. I really do. Because it's like, what does it take? Somebody has to lose their life for you guys to do your job.
Absolutely. And they're putting the communities in danger, allowing these people to walk the streets.
Yeah, it's deplorable. It's sad. I pray for that little boy. I was like, really, this case really triggers me. My little cousin, same thing happened to him, similar. So it's just too much. When it comes to kids, it's next level,
Yeah. And good luck with this guy in prison when he finally gets there, because people don't like baby killers.
Yeah, they don't. He'll definitely get dealt with, hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, them California prisons are riddled with gangs. So yeah, I don't think he stands a chance once he gets to the prison. But hey, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, Dolly, take care.
All right, peace. Them prisons on the West Coast ain't like prisons on the East Coast. I mean, there is nothing but gangs in those prisons. I watch a lot of YouTube documentaries on California prisons, and they ain't nothing to be played with. Dolly.
Hey, man, it's James from Alabama.
What's going on?
Look at here. appreciate what y'all doing, this and that, you and PJ. But look here, I've been watching this thing with y'all, man, and I don't understand how they, I don't understand how they judges let these guys out on all these charges over in California. I think they judges need to be talked to and go re-up or something and put them in jail a time or two or something. They just letting killers walk free, man.
I know. I mean, I'm on the East Coast. This shit wouldn't fly here. You'd be under the jail with no bond, no way to get out.
I'm in North Alabama, on Alabama-Tennessee state line. It would not fly here neither, buddy. The baby charge, the first baby charge, he would still be in prison.
I know.
I don't understand how this guy is still walking the street.
I mean, they will lock him up September 2nd if when he goes to court for sure, because they're going to hold this whole baby thing and they're going to take that into consideration when they charge him with these guns. So it's going to be a little late getting him off the street, but he'll be gone soon.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I appreciate you calling.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
All
man.
right, peace. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. My daughter's calling. I got to take this. Okay, that was just my daughter. Sorry, guys. Now we'll open the phone lines back up. I had to take that. I had to leave earlier to take her to get a rental car. Dolly.
Hold on a second, man.
What's up, Doug?
Hey, dude. You heard what they said, though, didn't you?
About what? What part?
Intimidating a witness.
Yes. Oh, you talking about in Jaden Spicer case?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Both of them intimidating a witness, so there's a witness to the murder, probably.
Yeah, maybe so, or some witness that knew something.
That's why they're charging them, and so they got them for intimidating a witness.
So somebody was talking.
Yeah, they seen them and they was intimidating them, and so they got, as long as they got somebody that says, "Yeah, man, I seen them do it," and that's it. They don't need a body.
Well, I hope that happens in this case. That somebody says, or if they find blood, and if it's enough blood that they consider that a life could have been lost, they can charge them right then with the murders. But we don't know what they found in that house. I think if they would have found something really important, they would have arrested them that night. But if they find blood, they got to test the blood. And you got to send that to the lab. But usually when they do that in high profile cases, they usually have the results back in 24 hours.
Well, it got to somebody's conscience, like I'm thinking, and they started talking and they tried to intimidate them and it was too late. They done spoke. If you got somebody that says, they don't need a body. If somebody says, I seen them do it.
Yeah.
I know he was gone.
Yeah. And we know in this case here in California, Doug, that they have some type of video evidence that they confronted the parents with before they shut down. And whatever it is, it must be something good if they shut up and lawyered up, right? So I think they got something pretty good on them. And I would say charge them if they can prove that everything they said is a lie so far, then I think a jury would convict them. Even here in Virginia, Cody Bixby, when he died, they never found his body. They really didn't have any physical evidence against the father, Corey. And the only thing they had was one of the brothers said, I seen him laying on the bed and I tried to wake him up and he wouldn't move. And that was it. And they convicted him in 30 minutes of second-degree murder.
I just can't believe that guy was out, man. He done give one kid brain damage.
Well, you know what this is a case of? The system has failed Emmanuel Haro is what it is. And we've seen the system fail a lot of kids, and this is another kid they have failed.
All these kids are failing.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if you check back into it, they were some kind of CPS working on it.
Or, well, we know CPS was involved with this family because the dad has a child abuse charge where he beat a kid so bad that it allegedly left him with permanent brain damage, and he was charged with child abuse. So you know CPS has been involved with him.
I ain't trying to be cruel, but that could be what's wrong with that little child's eye.
I know some people say the baby looks like he's been shaken. You know, I don't know.
It could be something smacked upside the head. Looks like he likes smacking somebody upside the head and blacking their eyeball.
Yeah, that is for sure. The woman definitely looks abused. She definitely looks like an abused woman. And he reminds me of Stephen Stearns, you know, the way he whines but doesn't cry. I'm like, okay, this shit is fake. They're not even good actors. I mean, you think being from California, you would at least be a halfway decent actor.
This guy is mean, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe he's mean.
I agree.
And like you said, like the gang stuff going around, I believe he's up in it.
He may be.
He's mean.
He's
just a mean man.
Yeah.
But that's kind of need to just get rid of.
I agree. When you hurt kids, that's the worst crime you can commit. They need he should have got life for beating the one kid where the kid has brain damage. He shouldn't even be out of prison.
One time. That's all you got for a child.
Yep.
And to see if he was in jail, that child would be alive.
Absolutely. Probably so, because you look at Rebecca, she don't have a criminal record. You know, no drug charges, no nothing. So she probably would have been a decent mom if she would have been with the right person. But I believe she's been beat on and she has, you know, Stockholm syndrome. She loves her captor, you know, one of those.
I believe this is my honest belief, man. If you do something like that to a woman or a child, the same thing should happen to you.
Yes. All right, Doug, you be good.
Big Bubba should get you.
For sure. For sure. You be good,
Later,
Doug.
man.
All right, peace.
Bye, PJ.
PJ is at work right now. The producer is at work. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
This is Hector.
What up, Mab? You out there in California. What you thinking about all this?
This dude's not the kind of an actor that Stephen Stearns was. Not even close.
I don't even think Stephen Stearns was a good actor. I think they're both about the same.
Well, at least he had some tears.
Did he? I didn't really see no tears. I seen him whining, but I didn't see no tears.
Yeah. Well, these two both had the same hyperventilation, the fake hyperventilation.
Yeah.
The fake hyperventilation bullshit. And, you know, when they do an interview, you know, it takes a few minutes to get set up and all that. You know, you're not hyperventilating during that time, right?
Yeah, I agree that they're all fakes. But they're in the desert. What if they find no proof? Is this going to be one of those cases where we can't prove it and they just going to get away with it?
Blood, right?
Well, that's alleged. That's alleged that they found blood. That
so
we don't know if that's true.
Where we were yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So really, we don't know. It's just all rumors at this present time.
I think the dude's history and the circumstantial evidence alone, and just that he just did this to another kid. He looks like the kid's been shaken like a rag doll already. That's why he's got the wandering eye, probably.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you if shaking a kid or give him a wandering eye, you know. So,
but his brain's been bouncing around in there.
Maybe.
His skull is not fully developed.
They saying he's underdeveloped a little bit, and that he's a little behind in the development, and that he medically though he has no problems. He just has a crooked eye.
And he's really, really happy and healthy.
I mean, in none of the pictures, JLR's videos, and I didn't see nothing that showed a video, but he said that he had video proof that she had that black eye on the 3rd.
2 weeks before.
2 weeks. Yeah, I thought it was about a week old, but apparently that black eye is 2 weeks.
That eye was completely shut at one point.
Yeah, because we know that anytime you got a black eye, there's going to be swelling. Something hit you in the eye, and the swelling was gone. So I figured it was at least a week old, because it takes about a week for the swelling to go down, and then you just have the mark. And
Be a week to 10 days old.
I thought a week, but I mean, like I said, I ain't an expert on black eyes and bruises
Depending
either.
on how big a black eye you got.
Yeah, because it's about to go. When it starts turning yellow, that means it's almost gone.
So I know he did. Let's just face it. He did something to the kid. The kid didn't make it. They hit him, or did away with him in some fashion. They set up
in the desert.
First went to bit 5 and made sure that there was no cameras there, and said they had their car robbed, and they said, "Oh, there's no cameras covering that area." Okay, perfect. This is what we'll stage our little deal.
Yeah.
Went there, staged the thing. Dumb enough to think they'd get away with it. Criminals, they're just stupid.
Yeah.
The bad thing is you could kill somebody in a drive-by and be let out on bond a couple of days later.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with your laws in California, man.
Well, we got a bunch of politically people leaning to one side, running the damn DA's office.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at like the situation in DC. They done brought in the National Guard to police the city. I was watching that.
Thing in DC.
That's what I meant, DC.
Yeah, they were shooting. They were letting shooters out on bond like the next day, and then they go do it again.
I may go up there and cover some of it because it's popping off in DC right now, and
that would be cool.
Yeah, I may go up there and cover a little bit of that because the last time I went up there was January 6th, and to cover the whole Capitol thing, and then next thing you know, the FBI was knocking on my door.
Right.
So not only the FBI, but the U.S. Marshals were at my house, and I was thinking, "Oh shit, I'm going to jail for being there." And I told them, I said, all I did was cover it, and I should, they seen the videos. I said, I might,
that whole thing was politically motivated setup.
Yeah, but anyway, I haven't really been back filming nothing in DC since then. But since the National Guard's up there and people are like, protesting the National Guards, I may go.
Why would people protest people cleaning up the streets and getting crime off the street?
Some people don't. Some people don't want crime off the street. I mean, some people are good with. They think that you should be able to rob a store and it's okay because you've taken it to your family. I don't know. I don't know, Mab. I mean, that is, people in this world have different views. I respect people's views. I mean, you have the right to your views.
Yeah.
That don't mean it's right. It don't mean it's right.
But back in my day, if you saw somebody robbing a store, a couple of other dudes in the store would tackle your ass and take you out behind the store and kick the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Police were never called.
Yeah, and just
took care of our own shit.
Yeah, like these snatch and grabs that they're just making it where they don't even come out and arrest people for these types of things. And why should I have to pay for shit if you ain't? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't going to jail, I ain't going. I don't care what I do. I go to jail. I don't know how so many people get away with crime. I don't get away with nothing. They don't never let me get away with shit. I think it's my face. I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, because you're white. No.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't get away with nothing. I jaywalk. I'm getting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? To see so much lawlessness, and we got to come to some type of common ground.
I think I had the Lord watching over me. I'd done crime from 15 to 32 and never even seen the inside of a jail. Almost went to jail one time, but I got my dad to show up at the door right at the right second. They pushed the buzzer. They pushed the buzzer, where you go into the jail. My dad was just walking in with the money for failed to appear ticket, $300. So that was the closest time.
All right, Mab, you be good.
All
right, peace. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we should treat criminals differently. Like if you're a real bad criminal, I think you should be in jail. If you're a petty criminal, yeah, we arrest you, give you a court date kind of thing. You know, people like shoplifters and, you know, I don't think if you go to the grocery store and you catch somebody, you know, shoplifting, I believe that should be a catch and release thing, because if you stealing food, you probably trying to eat or feed your family. Unless you stealing 100 packs of steaks, then you probably selling those for drugs. Then we should probably lock you up. But breaking news by homie. Okay, we got breaking news by the homie. All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull the homie up. Let me pull the homie up. Give me 1 second to get the homie pulled up.
We're here in.
All right, let me go up here to his where you sub his channel. Okay, is this it right here? Okay, yeah, I got it.
We're gonna go here and see.
All right, let me pull this over here. Okay, on to Tara. Y'all make sure y'all sub this guy up on Facebook, and if you're watching, homie, don't strike me. I'm a good dude. Okay. I'm just as curious about this case as you are.
If there are any cameras pointing in the direction. Brother, you have any cameras facing across the street for the Big Five? Nothing facing that way? Okay, thank you so much. So no cameras facing. There's a raspado store here on the tira. Why are there no cameras?
There are cameras.
There's one camera here, and there's one camera here. Any cameras facing across the street?
Yes.
Do you have cameras?
Yeah, we do.
Do you have video of the day?
Actually, the police already come and get all the information of the videos.
So they took it.
They took it already.
Do you have a copy?
Excuse me?
Do you have a copy?
No, I don't have a copy because I tried to download. When they came here, I tried to download it. But it took me 6 hours because I had to record that.
Oh.
That's what it is. But then I was telling them, they able to come back and then get their USB, and that's how they.
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that part?
I didn't see that part because they came by themselves and then
they took it.
They took it and then they get all the information from our.
So there is a video. You know for sure that it is facing that direction.
No, it's not facing all the way that direction.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they just want to see. Okay.
Our camera doesn't reach all the way to the big They just reach like maybe half of the street or a little bit over, both directions, east and west, but doesn't reach all the way down there.
So we would see the vehicle, ¿verdad?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, thank you. So what's your name, sir?
Carlos.
Carlos, muchas gracias from BNC Taco Bar.
BNC Taco Bar and Burger.
On the tira. Thank you so much. And so the question remains, no cameras on the tira. Not here, not there, not at the Big Five, not at the Big Lots, not at the Bada, not at the haunted store across the street. Where are the cameras? 1995 has entered the chat because, geez Louise, homie, like, hey, at some point, we need to ask ourselves, like, who really let this kid down? Was it the parents? Was it us? Was it technology? Was it, like, who was it, bro? Was it the system? Parole?
The system failed this child for sure.
I think that there is a little bit of blame here. Enough for everybody, homie. On the tira. We're going to go here and see.
Okay, so he's out looking for cameras, all right, which is a smart thing to do. Like even when I was out searching for Michael Monkey Vaughn, what I did was we went around the neighborhood to every house to see if they had any cameras or any footage. And you know, usually the cameras are pretty easy to spot. They're usually on the porch or the corner of the house. And you know, I did the exact same thing to see if there was any footage of Michael Monkey Vaughn the day he went missing. Started talking to the neighbors, and I went door to door passing out flyers. So that way you knock on somebody's door and you say, hey, we're just giving a reminder that Michael's still missing. If you know any information, there's a call-in number, and start talking to people and see what they remembered from that day. So he's doing the right thing. Now we know now from the Mexican JLR that the stores didn't capture any of this. So the house that sits across the street from them allegedly has a camera that points right at the house. We took a look at that the other day, and it's pointing directly towards them. So most likely this video that they have is from the neighbor's house. So we wasn't sure if a store had captured it or they were driving down the street, but whatever video they have contains information that lets them know that this family is giving inconsistent statements and lying. And of course, lying to the authorities is a crime. Could they be arrested right now? Absolutely. But I don't understand, I guess they're building the case as much as they can, because, if you arrest them right now, they're definitely going to shut up and not say nothing, which they're doing anyway. So what does it matter? The longer they're on the street, the more they're able to destroy evidence. But here's the thing. If you let them stay out and give them enough rope, you heard that saying, you give somebody enough rope that they will hang themselves. So what if they're monitoring their social medias? They're tapping in on the phone. We know they were able to get warrants to search the house, bring in cadaver dogs, dig in the yard. And to do that, you got to have probable cause. A judge just don't give out these warrants like, oh, here's a warrant, go do what you want for nothing. You have to show them something to sign off on that warrant to search the property, because they wasn't cooperating. They ain't like, yeah, come on in, come search. No, they had to do it with search warrants. So they got something. And, it's probably would be so hard at this point to find this child, unless, like, I think, I believe in good old timey interrogation tactics. You can hold somebody for 73 hours, right, to interrogate them. But here's the thing. They've already said they wanted a lawyer. So you can hold them in jail for 72 hours, but you can't talk to them. So they can't really get nothing from them. But say they took another warrant and they tapped their phones. They tap family members' phones or associates with them, and they're monitoring their Facebooks and their accounts, tracking the vehicles and things like that. And don't think they don't do that shit. They totally do. They will track your vehicles, bug your phones, wiretap everything, your social medias. And then once you say something, they got you. They got the proof that they need. And if they put you in jail, you ain't going to have access to any of those things for them to gain information from. So we know everything you do is kind of spied on in this world, right? So maybe the reason they're letting them float and still be out of jail is so they can monitor what they're doing. They don't need a warrant if he's on probation. They don't need a warrant to come in the house and arrest him, but they need a warrant to do any type of searching. I believe, I could be wrong, and you may be right on that they don't need a warrant to enter, but they did this with warrants. They can't go digging on your property without no warrant. I just didn't. Okay, let me open the phone lines back up. I had them closed so we could watch the homie, the big homie. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
Okay, I'm a little shook up. I didn't know I would get through, but I was going to call because two things. I live in California. And if you get convicted of even abusing an animal, you never get to have another animal. Why would it be less for a child? If you've abused a child, you should not ever be around kids again. It's like the pedos.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. And the other thing is all them blue barrels in his backyard. Every time I see those, there's a body in them.
The blue barrels. I mean, yeah, it's scary when you have things to dispose of a body at hand. Yeah. But you got to remember this baby's little, and they could put him in a shoebox So
I'm thinking he went out. If they have trash pickup, they done that before they ever even had this scam going.
yeah, I believe that kid's been missing. Like, you know how they said August 3rd, she had that black eye. I think that baby's been missing from that fight. So,
And unfortunately, I mean, I think they should use cadaver dogs at the dump, but they probably disposed of them. If they have trash pickup, they done that before they ever came up with all these shenanigans to throw them off track. And
think about how
little
much trash would be on top of you after a couple weeks, and this kid's probably been gone since the beginning of the month. And even the rumors are that the biological mother of his child said she ain't seen that baby in weeks. Now that's rumored.
Yeah.
So if there's
Yeah.
any proof to that, that would make sense.
I think that happens a lot. I think it happens more than we'd like to think. And I know that we have Maya Malete, who's been missing for over a year, and I think her husband killed her, and she only weighed like 90 pounds. So he probably did put her in the trash. She went to the landfill, and they never even tried to look for her till it was way too late, and it happens way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I know somebody that works in landfill, and they say, you know, once a body hits that landfill, if they don't notice it when the truck dumps it, that the odds of finding it after it's compacted is super slim. I mean, they found some Quentin Simon, but they only found partial remains of him, and that was luck.
Yeah, exactly. And they were quicker to check out the landfill.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just, I believe that this is just a known way to dispose of a body, and if you get time on your side, you can do it.
You know, if you send cadaver dogs through a California landfill, you might find 100 bodies. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find more than just that kid. You're gonna find everything.
I think they'd be busy. I think they should use all the retired police dogs and army
Yeah.
dogs and have them on the job for that. They should just each truck and have them dump, and then kind of, why not? I mean, they're separating trash. I think that's why they're having us have 3 different bins, bodies in one. and
Bodies in one plastic. Yeah. Yeah, this body is for your this can's for your bodies, this one's for your disposable trash, and this one's for plastics. Yeah, maybe so.
The bodies go in the green one with all.
I thought they gave us extra cans just to charge us more for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. Like, in my recycling can, I throw away regular trash.
Yeah,
in
but I
both
have
of
to
them.
ask them. We had 1 year to get all of our food and scraps in the green barrel and quit putting them in the regular trash thing. So maybe that's their cure-all for the bodies.
Well, they ain't done that yet here in Virginia, because I have the blue can and we have a brown can. That's the colors of our cans, and I throw the same shit away in both cans. I don't sort it out.
They're gonna kind of ding us. They gave us a year or so to prepare for it, but we do pay a lot for recycled bottles and cans. So a lot of people, I mean, we have regulars that go down our street and collect them, and they get a lot.
Yeah.
But
The prices of like copper and aluminum, everything's going up. Everything.
Well, that's rip off. They ripped that off from a job site. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But
yeah.
the real recycled bottles and cans, you know, people are pretty good about doing that. And then we have our regular trash pickers for that. But we don't quite have that body thing down, but hopefully they'll go in the green barrel now and they can put them with all the compost.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate you calling in. Good talking to you.
Everybody got to talk to you. All right.
All right. Peace. Now, I know all about that scrapping. I used to work for this construction company for years, a demolition company, right? So there were certain crews that would get to the job first, and the crews that got to the job first were the ones that got the scrap, which means you go in and snatch out all the copper, anything, the metals, anything that can be sold. Okay. And I was on one of the crews that would get to the jobs first. So everybody, and we had it evenly. It didn't matter what you scrap, everybody had to share the profits from it. So there would be days that when I worked for this construction company that we would make thousands off, because we did like boiler rooms and different things like that. And everybody would strip the copper first, right? So we go in, and before the building got tore down, we take every bit of the wire, the copper, everything out the building, and we would share the profits from it. And then of course they would come in and tear down the buildings. I didn't work for the crew that tore down the buildings. I worked for the crew that went in first and removed any hazardous materials that may have been in the building. And the most hazardous thing is in there was the money. And we always, before we removed anything out in the building, we stripped every bit of copper, any valuable metals, straight out the building, took that shit straight to the scrap yard, cashed it out. Everybody on the crew split the money evenly. And, you know, and it was a lot of money. And that was a really good job. I got that job when I was 18 years old. I was getting checks. I would work one day and make $1,000 just in scrap materials, plus my pay, right? The next day, go to work, make another $1,000. There was weeks I was bringing home $4,000 or $5,000 a week working for that company. And, but the way they had it set up is because when a building is hazardous, like it may have some abatement in it, lead paint or anything like that, you have to send people in that are certified to remove hazardous materials. So I went to college and to school to remove hazardous materials. I wanted to do crime scene cleanup was my goal, but I never made it to that. I still had some classes to take to deal with blood but every other hazardous material I could remove. And so it always put me first because we go in, we seal up the windows, we build a containment, right, for the whole building before it's destroyed, to where you have to walk through a 3-stage where you walk in, you put on a Tyvek suit, you walk through a shower, you go in, respirator up, right, full face, air pump, scuba respirators, then you go into the building. So nobody else can go into the building until that building is cleared of anything hazardous, right? The fire department, they have to suit all the way up to even come in the buildings. So nobody can come into the building until you're done with what you're doing. And then when you exit the building, you come in, you take off your Tyvek suit, you step into a shower, you take a shower, you step into the clean area, you put your clothes back on, and then you step out the containment. So it's a big process of going in and out the buildings, but that's how we ended up scrapping everything in the buildings. But definitely should be searching the landfills, you know. But here's the thing, you know, what if they didn't throw the baby in the trash? They live in the desert. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
This is Jen.
Hey, Jen.
From Salt Lake.
Okay. What do you think about this whole situation, Jen?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think these, you know, if he was on probation before for something like this, and, you know, these probation officers, I think, better be a little more vigilant about visiting their clients more often.
Yeah.
Making sure, making sure nothing's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
making more home visits.
Yeah, I mean, even if you visit once a month, right? How would you know the baby's missing? You could always be like, well, my wife is off with the kids and I'm here by myself when the probation officer shows up. I think that's this goes into CPS. Like when he had these charges, he shouldn't have been around any other kids.
Well, both of them. I mean, CPS and the probation officers should have been working together on this.
Well, we do know he will be in jail by September 2nd. So what does he have? 2 weeks left before he's incarcerated anyway. You know, we know he's going to jail. He's going to prison.
Well, you better start coughing up then and, telling where this child is.
I mean, I don't think he's going to tell. I mean, there's more likely that the woman, if they get both of them down there and tell her, like, look, if you talk, we'll let you go and you'll be able to raise, because she has a daughter, a 2-year-old daughter.
Well, and that's even more reason why they should have been working together.
Now, he has a bunch of other kids on the other side with the first lady, and she has Emmanuel and the daughter, the 2-year-old daughter. So, I mean, if you get her down there, so you're never going to see your daughter. No, I guess he didn't do anything to the little girl.
Wow.
So
how do we know that?
How do we know that he didn't punch the lady in the face and she fell with the baby in her hands?
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, the whole, the whole thing's just just something else. I mean, this can't, this has to stop. I mean, it's like every day a new child is coming up, you know, missing or unalived or, you know, something absolutely stupid.
Yeah, yeah. Like the pictures I got strolling behind me. There's so many kids that I could have this thing scrolling for 5 hours. You know, and I'm going to be adding new pictures to it of missing kids. And that's how many missing kids are out there. In the last couple of weeks here in Virginia alone, there's been over 50 kids missing in the last 2 weeks.
Well, you know, CPS and the police and probation, all three better start working together and clearing up this stuff, because it's been going on ever since I started watching you.
Yeah.
It's been just a horror show.
Think about it. CPS failed Harmony Montgomery. They failed Sebastian Rogers. They failed Summer Wells. And now they have failed Emmanuel Haro. I mean, I could probably go on and on and on. The Cal City boys. CPS has failed a lot of these kids. And
if they can't do better than this, disband them.
Why even have them? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Get get something new in there or something that can get some people that can take action against stuff like this.
Okay, I got a video.
Not just sit there on a piece of paper.
All right, the producer has sent me some more information, so I got to let you go.
Okay.
You be good.
Okay, peace.
All right, peace. All right, let me pull this video up the producer has sent me.
So I wanted to come on here because I have some insider information from someone that is close to someone on the Ukaipa Police Department. And they have released to me in my inbox that the parents did decline a polygraph test on Friday before they released the inconsistencies in their stories. And it is also stated to them from this insider that the parents did have cameras surrounding their property, but when police went to go collect the footage was gone. So I do think that that's a little suspicious.
Oh.
I will say having cameras out at the home, that's not weird to me. If you saw the footage of their home, they live in like the middle of nowhere by the casino, a lot of open space. So I would have cameras out. But what is strange is those cameras no longer have that footage. And now I have cameras all around my house and in my home, and it's stored in a cloud. So in order to get rid of footage from these new cameras, you have to actually go in and delete them. That is extremely suspicious to me. As we get more information, I will release it. But so far, that is what I have right now. The police have not released a statement. They were at the house yesterday, but there's just video of them leaving the house. No information of what was going on. The video that I did see last night after I posted my last update is the cops were talking to the parents on the porch, but no one was arrested at this time.
Okay. All right. Let's blow this up. So you hear that she's saying she has an insider that works inside of the police department or with the police in that county. And they're saying that they went and took video to get the video from their house, from their cameras, and the footage was gone. Now, when you upload stuff to the cloud, can you ever get rid of it? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that. I have cameras on my house, and I've never had to use any of the footage. All right, hold on. We're getting something else coming in. Is this the same thing? No, I think this is different.
I wanted to jump on to clear something up because I keep getting tagged in videos of creators stating that they are digging up the parents' house, and these were yesterday. I'm getting it in the comments. I'm seeing it a ton. I cannot confirm this information. At FNN, he even has videos of the actual parents' home.
Is somebody building her house while she does her lives? Like, what the hell is all that background noise? Like, you got a kid kicking the wall, or what the hell is going on, lady? Why don't you walk outside and film your video? I mean, it's loud and shit. It sounds like a kid running through the house, kicking shit over.
Police at the parents' home, and there's no signs of digging that have occurred. Now, the police have been to the home a few times now that the
This girl probably has 37 kids. Okay. The whole damn daycare, it sounds like, in the background. I mean, it's like total madness.
parents have. And yesterday they were seen talking to the parents on the porch, but then the detectives did leave. There was no digging that happened. When this does happen, I will let you guys know, and you guys will know because there's going to be video footage of it. Like when they start to dig, I'm sure that they're going to use some heat sensor to kind of look at the ground. They're going to be looking at traces where the ground looks like it was dug like in the last few weeks, because I believe that video of the mom's black eyes from August 3rd. So I'm sure that they're going to be looking at all of this information. Right now, the detectives are doing their job. They're investigating the parents. They're looking into the information, and they will release it as we get it. But there's no confirmation that there is digging at the parents' home as of 9:52 today.
Okay. All right. I don't know what the hell was going on in that video.
I wanted to jump on to clear something up because
All right, let me close that. I think she was streaming her from a daycare center. I'm not quite sure, but somebody had way too much sugar. That's what I take from that video. But she's saying that there's video footage from the house, but the video's missing. We do know that they were digging at the property, but here's the thing: they live in the middle of nowhere. If you're going to bury somebody, are you going to bury them in your yard? I mean, you would take them out into the desert somewhere because there's plenty, and just bury them. And the chances of finding that baby is like a needle in a haystack. I think this is going to be one of those cases that if they are charged, it's going to be under circumstantial evidence. If they can't get Rebecca Haro to talk, or one of the other kids, because you got to remember I don't know if them kids are in the home or not, because they have a different biological mother. Dolly, what happened after breakfast? You shaved since this morning, just getting back for this live, must feel better. It's hot, right? So it's time to clean up. I look homeless. I was about to get a sign that said feed me and stand on the side of the road. I don't know. I just shaved. It was about time. I was looking kind of furry. I wonder if she is a neighbor. Ground stinks. Yeah, but if you don't know where, it depends how buried you are. Have you ever went to a cemetery and smelled a corpse? I haven't. Right? If you bury people deep enough, you're not going to smell them. So I don't know. And this boy's not very big, and he's been gone for weeks. Weeks. By this point, if they killed him 2 weeks ago, we know, guys, they arrested Josh Gross. They also charged Felicia Gross with murder. We stay on top of it. We're a true crime channel. We know these things. All right. We said that. I said that when I first came in, that there was breaking news that the stepdad was charged, and we read his charges. We went over what the mother's been charged with. They had a preliminary hearing today. We're aware of all this, and it's good to see. But thanks for reminding me, just in case I didn't know. But we did know, and we have already told everybody about the situation with Jaden Spicer. A shame. It's a shame. And I was really pissed off when she wasn't charged with murder. All right, hold on. I'm getting something else.
I wanted to jump on here right before I went to bed tonight, just to go over some new developments that have happened. I do have parents in my inbox from Jaff from football that are stating there's one of the parents of those, about 7 other parents that were there that night for practice that play on the team with the older son, that they stated that they do not remember the baby being at football. It has now also been released that the mother had the black eye on August 3rd. There's video surveillance for her at an appointment in San Bernardino, California. And it was also just released on video at FNN. He was at the home of the parents, and it showed that detectives were at the home. They were leaving the home. There's no other information about it, but they were seen. There's about 5 of them leaving the home of the parents. So again, there's no suspects in the case. The baby hasn't been found. There's no other information right now. That is just what we have at 10:27 p.m. tonight. Now, I want to make it very clear there is a story going around that the parents went to Big Five and was asking about camera footage and all of that. Their cameras worked. They had cameras from outside the building. That is a rumor. That is not fact. That is not confirmed. There's no video, nothing about that. That is not confirmed right now. So I do see it in my comments. People are messaging me about it. I have not confirmed that. I'm not going to speculate on if they did that. I just know that that's not confirmed at the moment tonight. That is all that I have for tonight. I am going to turn in and I will look in the morning and update you guys then.
Okay. Well, thank you for the update. Thank you for the update, young lady. And where's the baby is the question, right? Like, we know who did what, right? We're pretty sure that the mom and dad are responsible, but where's this child at? Check email, Dolly. Sent you a pic. Okay, give me 1 second. I will check my email. I do not see your pic. All right. I see somebody offer me a partnership on YouTube, promote Media Cube. Nope, won't happen. We don't run commercials on my channel unless it is Dolly Vision commercials. All right. If it does with my soap or lotions or body wash, we don't take sponsors here because we want to, if we're going to sell you something, we're going to sell you our product. Okay. We ain't going to sell you somebody else's product. That's the only thing I had in my email that was new, is something from offering me some type of, show a commercial and we'll pay you type thing. Right. I don't do that. I don't even click on them. Check your Gmail email. That's what I checked. Did you send it to jimmyjams757@gmail.com? That's where you have to send me messages. Or you can send it to my Facebook, which is Jimmy Jams TV. So one of those two places, if you're trying to email me. Let's open the phone lines up. If y'all have any information, hold on. Producer. Yes.
Looking at the stock that I'm sitting, or should I just let your other 500 billion producers?
Hold on. I was looking, I was playing the stuff you was. Oh, I was playing the stuff you were sending me. Okay. All right. I will pull it up. All right. Bye. All right. Let's pull up what she's talking about. Like, she has to give me a minute to pull it up. I'm doing multiple things. I can't see this. I'm going to have to save it. All right, give me 1 second. Let me save this. This is people at the stores saying, I guess, witnesses from the stores that she ran into at the Big Five. Give me 1 second. Let me get this stuff pulled up for you and we'll read it together. All right, let me shrink that. Go over here. Let's share it. And there we have it. Finally, someone speaks out who works at the Big Five. She is a liar. Arrest these damn parents. Okay, Big Five employee here. She did not have a baby on the day of the alleged abduction. I was there. Police have interviewed me and many of my coworkers. All right. An employee of the Big Five store, Rebecca Haro, was allegedly attacked in the parking lot, dropped into the comment section with her experience with the case. There ain't looking for little hashtag Emmanuel Haro. All right. And these are just a lot of comments. Let me see what these comments say. Yep, we all did. Cops just finished interviewing us all and told us to not share any information to the public. And I told them, no way. They have the right to know. I think it says this woman has lied about having, I can't see what that says, with her when she didn't, having a baby with her when she didn't. So the people at the Big Five are saying that this baby was never there. Okay, let me see what this next thing is I was sent. All right, give me 1 second. These are some screenshots. Thank you for all the turtles and PJ for gathering this information. It's basically the same thing. That's the same thing. That there was no baby there. Okay, so it's just screenshots of the comments. Yep, we all did. And the second one is, yep, we all did. Just finished interviewing us all and told us not to share anything with the public. So the people at the Big Five are allegedly saying that there was no baby at the store that day. Okay, they didn't see this lady with no baby. Maybe they seen her when she was outside, when she pulled up, but they didn't see no baby. They're saying these things didn't happen, allegedly, because we don't know. Anybody could be posting anything on the internet, but that's what these people are alleging, that they work at the Big Five. She did not have a baby with her. The police told the workers at the Big Five not to say nothing to the public, but these people are coming out anyway because, she's lying, which is believable. We all know she's lying. And there's comments in here saying Susan Smith all over again, of course, and when is the arrest coming? I thought we would already have the arrest by now. I thought they were going to be arrested last night. Allegedly not all at the ball field either. No, because, and then, there's still that they're saying this black eye was from August 3rd, which was 2 weeks ago. Okay. 2 weeks ago, she had this black eye, and now she's saying she got this in the parking lot. She got an old black eye. She's in trouble. They're going to jail. It's just a matter of time. But are they going to be able to find this baby without her talking? Let's open the phone lines. Let's go to the people. What do y'all think about what we've recently heard? Phone lines are now open. The call-in number is on the screen, 757-797-6694. So California dropped the ball. This man should have never been out of prison to hurt another baby. Right? CPS screamed themselves. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, I just got one more point to make.
Okay.
You asked about cloud videos, if they're, if you delete them, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I ran a patent agency for 17 years, and we did all the patents on the newest packet routers. So you know what a packet is in the internet, where you send an email. Anything you send on the internet is packetized.
Uh-huh.
There's information at the front of it, in the middle, and the back, and that's called a packet.
Okay.
Now, I was in a top secret meeting in this place where they were building packet routers, and they said that after 9/11, the NSA required that they have a device on every packet router that hoovers every single packet, duplicates every single packet that goes through that router, and takes it off to a data center somewhere. Now, you probably have to be in part of intelligence to access that kind of thing. But everything that goes to the internet is there
forever.
Yeah, unless they delete it from
it's like your cell phone. You can delete everything off your cell phone you want, but it's always there forever.
Well, it's even better than that. They got a copy of every packet that goes through a commercial packet router. Not your router in your house, but your AT&Ts, and they have it's the packet routers today are photonic, so they work off a light. They're really fast.
Huh. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, maybe they will be able to access that footage. I'm sure they're working on it. And anything that is like this, the FBI is involved in, any missing kid case. And then lately, you notice that the Secret Service has been helping out a lot with missing kids.
I have.
Yeah.
I like that.
The last 5-6 cases, the Secret Service has been involved in all of them.
Now, those packet centers, the top secret shit, you got to be part of intelligence to access some of this stuff. Just like the satellites with Jack and Lily. There was probably a satellite over there that if they had the access for intelligence, like if you were Al Qaeda or something,
They can zoom in on it. Yeah.
And find out what happened to Jack and Lily.
Yeah.
It has to be high enough profile, and you have to be part of intelligence to get that kind of shit. And they don't use that on domestic cases.
Yeah, that's for the war on terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they zoomed in on bin Laden's compound and shit. They were using satellites over top of the compound, and they were zooming in on them.
Guys following his girlfriend around for fun.
Yeah, they can watch you if they want to. You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. I appreciate the information, Mab.
All right, brother.
All right, peace. So you hear Mab, he did work. He said, Mab's been telling me for years he worked in patents, right? And that stuff's forever. That they back up everything that's sent through all these routers, and just like your cell phone, Celebrate technology, they say that they can pull anything you ever done off your telephone, anything, forever. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. It's Harmony. How are you today?
Hey, Harmony. I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
I just sent you in Jimmy G's Gmail, which is a fake 911 call that is being going around. If you want to play it, so people don't spread it or anything like that, that'd be great.
Well, if it's fake, I don't want to play it. I mean, I just tell people there's a fake call going around. I'll listen to it later, but I don't want to play it if we know it's fake.
Okay, I wasn't too sure if you like to debunk stuff or anything like that, but I just wanted to let you know that it's totally fake.
Okay.
They're saying that it's her calling in, saying it's a Spanish man or something like that and everything like that, which is not true.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you sending it to me. I will check it out for sure, though.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, if we know it's fake, we're not going to play nothing knowing it's fake. Because then it's just, we're giving the person that made this attention, and they don't deserve any attention. You shouldn't be faking things like this in a 7-month-old missing kid case. You shouldn't do it in any true crime case, or anything that deals with something that's so sensitive as a baby, to be faking things like this. But internet trolls, they started last night with saying the baby was found in a dumpster. That spread. Blood in the house has spread. Now, we don't know if that's true or not. I mean, a lot of these lies that these people make up are believable because we believe that the parents are responsible. So if you lie about anything that includes the parents right now, people are going to believe it because they're trying to make sense of this, and people in their mind go, yeah, that sounds about right. If I knew the parents were guilty, and that stuff just spreads and spreads and spreads. So if it ain't legit, it ain't no need to bother with it. But I will review it if it's something I think that should be brought up. I mean, I don't know. Let me click on it real fast. And this is on X. Take note, there is a fake call going around in the Emmanuel Haro case. Do I have the volume up?
I saw someone, he looked Asian, and he was speaking another language. I'm pretty sure it was Asian.
Yeah, you can tell that's fake. She's saying he looked Asian, right? And it sounds like a woman crying, and she didn't cry like that, right? She whined. There was a difference. Like, I didn't play the whole thing. I just played just a second of it. And I didn't even realize, that it was broadcasted when I did that. But yeah, that's bullshit. That's fake as can be. I mean, clearly fake. Because even when the police got there and she was doing the interview, she wasn't crying like that. And these people, I don't really want to say nothing too terribly bad about the mother until all the information comes out. But the father, he's fair game because he has a history of abuse, domestic violence, hurting kids, and the mother has no criminal background. And I truly believe she's an abused woman. You can look at her face and tell her mouth's been busted. She has a black eye. It looks like the other eye was black before this one. And so I don't want to go too hard on the mother right now until more information comes out. And hopefully this mother does the right thing and talks. Now, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're trying to bring you as much information we can as it comes out. Warning, everything may not be real. Okay. Some of these rumors may not be true. We try to let you know, though, here when something's rumor, gossip, speculation, theory. That's why we explain that stuff to you. But if you're just tuning in, do me a favor, all right, in the chat room. I need you guys to like the video, all right? It'll only take you a second, right, because it spreads awareness in this case. More people see his face, may know something, may say something. So like the video, and once you like the video, I want you to shout out in the chat room where you're watching from. I'm going to open the phone lines in just a minute. Also, if you haven't subbed up the channel yet, sub up. Let's see if we can hit 75,000 today. Dolly do his happy dance. Yeah, boy, right? So make sure the happy Dolly shuffle. Y'all get to see it, right? So definitely sub up the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. I don't think we're too far from 75,000. Probably 200 people. And there's 2,200 of you in here right now. I see New Zealand. I see Arizona. I see Alabama, Canada. So we got almost the whole damn globe in here. Look, we got 74.8. So we're less than 200 people away from hitting that 75,000 mark. I think we can do it today, but I'm going to need your help, right? I'm going to need your help. 200 more subs. West Virginia's in the house. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let me pull up the live counter on YouTube. Let's see. And then I'll know exactly how far we are from that 75,000 mark. We at 862. So we're 140 people away from the 75,000 mark. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Let me go to, what do I got to go to? Analytics. What am I doing here? Yeah, here we go. Analytics. Subscribers see real-time count. All right. Here we go. I'll show it to you guys so you know where we're at. Right there, 74,866. And you can see the climb we have made from way down here on the bottom all the way. Boom. Then taking off to the moon, baby. Taking off to the moon. I can't do it without you. So if you're watching, sub up. We'll see your number jump in real time. And thank you guys so much. I'm trying to hit that 100,000 by Christmas. All right. That would be a great Christmas present for Dolly. Let's hit that 100,000 mark. You know, we're going to bring you all the good info as we can. All right, let me jump over here to this. All right, now we got the count on the screen. Somebody just subbed up. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's put the call-in number back up. Banner. Let's see. Banners. Hold on, my producer is sending something in. Let me see what it is.
6:33 right now.
All right, we got some new information coming out. Let's share this. All right, thank you for your subscriber. Thank you so much. Let me let's do this.
There are several new developments in the search for this missing baby boy. Now, his mother first told deputies that she was attacked and that her baby was kidnapped from a parking lot in Yucaipa. But now investigators say she's not been able to keep her story straight. NBC4's Lauren Coronado was live in our newsroom with how deputies are responding this morning.
Lynette, a spokesperson for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, tells us the couple's 2-year-old was taken by Riverside Child Protective Services over the weekend. And just last night, detectives were at the family's home in Cabazon. This was just after 7 o'clock last night. Witnesses say they saw detectives talking with the missing baby's father right outside the home. Also last night, as the search continues for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, community members came together for a vigil demanding answers. This was at Big 5 Sporting Goods in Yucaipa, where Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, says she was attacked in the parking lot Thursday, knocked unconscious, and woke up to find baby Emmanuel missing. Our team spoke with Rebecca Friday.
I don't remember nothing. I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
Rebecca has not spoken publicly since, and apparently she's not saying much to detectives either. A spokesperson for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says last week detectives confronted Rebecca with inconsistencies to her initial statement, and she declined to continue with an interview. Now, a national children's advocacy and violence prevention group says it's calling off its search for the baby and pulling its reward offer. This after Rebecca's story began changing and after Emmanuel's 2-year-old sister was removed again from the Haro home by CPS. Of course, if you have any information about where the baby is, or if you saw something at Big 5 in Yucaipa last Thursday, police want to hear from you. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Coronado for Today in LA.
All right, Lauren, thank you for that.
All right, there we have it.
The only Indian guy that does.
All right, let me close that. Close that here. And thank you for the people that are subbing up. Hold on, something. Let me shrink this. All right, back to this screen, and we will open the phone lines back up. Now we are 124 people away from hitting 75,000, baby. 75,000. All right. All right. Phone lines are now back open. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Sky Maiden. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
Good. I want to go back to the statement that they made from the Big 5, where they said that she did not have the baby with her that day. Okay. Allegedly, there was no cameras, correct?
No, not outside the store, but I'm sure the inside of the store had cameras.
Okay, because the workers said that she did not have the baby with her. Now, according to what was being said, she went into the store after the fact, correct?
Yes. She
Okay,
said she
so
was
how
knocked
did they-
down. She woke up. She searched around her truck, didn't see the baby, and she ran into the store, asking, did anybody see her baby?
Correct. Now, how did the workers know then that she did not have the baby with her? If there were no cameras and the baby was already gone.
I'm guessing they seen her outside the store, like, or
Okay.
there may have been a worker outside the store. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because I was kind of going over that in my head, like, wait a minute, 1 and 1 is not equaling 2 here.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what I caught, and I just wanted to see if there was some clarification on that.
And most stores have glass windows, and usually the registers in the store right up front. So a lot of times people
that's true.
Looking out the windows, seeing who's pulling up, So I mean, maybe that's how they seen her.
Did she not pull up right in front of the store in the fire lane?
She pulled up in the front of the store, but to the right of the windows, like the right side of the store. Because the grandmother was out there saying this is the very spot she was in, and it was to the right of the store. But yes, definitely right up front. So she had to drive up front and pull up and park. So maybe they seen her pulling in, and then all of a sudden she runs into the store. Maybe there wasn't a time lapse like she's saying. Maybe she got out of her car and went straight into the store. And was like, my baby's gone, and they were like, lady, we just seen you pull up,
Okay, yeah, because I was kind of pondering that, so I just wanted to see if I was getting it correct. So, But I'm gonna let you go for another call, and you have a great day. And tell PJ hi when she comes home, and y'all have a great day.
You too. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ruby Joy, for that. $5 membership. So if you got a membership from Ruby Joy or Vincent, thank you, Vincent. Some new members today. Make sure you thank them, give them a big virtual hug. If you haven't subbed up, we're 115 people away from hitting 75,000. You could help us reach that mark today. And listen, you do something good in this world, like subbing up, something good is going to happen to you. You want some good luck today? Sub up to Dolly channel. I guarantee you something good happens. All right. I guarantee it. When you put good energy into the world, good energy comes back to you. All right. You sub up the channel, then go play the lottery. All right. Something good might happen. I ain't promising you, but there's a higher likelihood that you may win. Okay. You may win. Where is this kid at? Let me open the phone lines. Phone lines are back open. Of course, let me get the call-in number back up there. I see it growing, 74888. Who's going to be 89? Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is Judy from Kentucky.
Hey, Judy.
Yeah. Hi, honey. Hey, my husband's from Breathitt County, up where Jaden's from.
Uh-huh.
And his Breathitt Funeral Home is the one donating their services for him.
Okay.
And they had gotten a hold of the casket company, and they're making a special casket for him that's done in Superman.
Awesome. That's cool.
So,
they did
yeah.
that in the Quentin Simon case too. They made him a special coffin with Paw Patrol, and they put Billy Joe all over the coffin. I don't know why they did that, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's great that
Yeah.
they're doing that for
Well,
that kid.
cool. Yeah, I thought that was real special. And the showing will be, I think, at 10, and the funeral starts at 2.
When is the funeral?
It's Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm so impressed with Jackson Police Department, and as small as it is, and
They did a good job. They did a very good job.
So wonderful of a job.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so proud of everything that everybody has put into that case to get it solved. And I just pray that it goes all the way through to the end, and they pay for this child's loss of life.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Well, they're going to. She's been charged with murder now. He's been indicted. Right. So we are going to get some justice for Jaden Spicer, which is awesome. I'm glad to see that. That's good news today.
And it just really concerns me of what those other children had seen, or what they had witnessed in that home, even if they hadn't seen the unaliving happen. The stress and the pressure that they were put under to try to cover for their parents is just another layer to this whole story. And that's just a whole another level of child abuse to me.
Yeah.
And you think if they would get this case settled in such a small town as Jackson, then I don't understand why they can't do anything with Sebastian. It just makes me sick.
Yeah.
And on this other little case we got going here in California, Emmanuel, his mother says she seen white and then she passed out. Well, I passed out a few times. I might have seen a few stars, and then out went the light. But I don't think the lights get turned on to where you see white before you pass out. So I think that she's not experienced that sensation. And if they don't have any cameras on the outside, which I know the store said they didn't, I know there are a lot of cars that come and go through that parking lot that might have dash cams on. And I hope that they make that alert to the people in the area that might have went through the parking lot, that they need to make sure that if their dash cams were on, even though they may have not seen anything, their dash cam may have.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully that comes out. And I'm assuming that's why they're asking for. The police are asking for anybody that was at the Big Five or at that football game to call in. But hey, I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thank you. And I appreciate you, Donna.
All right, peace.
Have a good day, honey. Bye.
Somebody asked, where is Guar and how is Guar? I think Guar is in Antarctica, okay? And they're doing good. They're scum dogs of the universe. So I'm sure Guar is fine. They're still torn. But, you know, since you brought that up, rest in peace to Corey Smoot. Rest in peace to Dave Brocky, which are, you know, were a couple of my buddies. Well, I was closer to Corey, but sad to see those guys go. Rest in peace to them, and good luck to Guar and their future endeavors. And if you're wondering who Guar is a band that is from Virginia, where I'm from. And they've been on Jerry Springer, and they dress up in these big costumes of aliens, and they play like punk rock music, and they spray blood on the crowd. Okay. That's who Guar is. If anybody's confused by what this person is saying. All right. It's a Virginia thing. Okay. It's a Virginia thing. So where's this baby? Are they going to, if they don't find this baby, are they still going to charge these people with the disappearance? I mean, it seems like if this lady had a black eye at the football game and she had it, you know, all these people between the 3rd and last Friday, they would have seen this lady. Dolly. Hey.
From Wisconsin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. I just wanted to touch base on this case.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else caught this, but remember when the sister-in-law was talking?
Yeah.
I don't know if she was at the football game, but she was like, okay, she had to leave us behind and she just took the baby or something like that. Did you catch that? Like she, like almost like she was at the game?
Yeah, I don't know if she was at the game, but she mentioned that the woman did leave with just her and the baby. And but she also said that I don't know if you caught this, but she said that the man tapped the lady, said Ola, tapped her, and she turned around and was hit. Right? Well, if she turned around, she would have seen him. Right?
Yeah, I did catch that too.
Yeah, and she said the person tapped her on the shoulder and said Ola, and then she was knocked out from the front, which is different than what she originally said. So if she was just repeating what she was told, I think that's all it is. She's taking up for her family and wants to believe them. Like this, say right now, if your family did something horrible or my family did something horrible, we're going to want to believe that they're telling the truth, even if they're not. So
yeah, but it just seems suspicious that she got rid of her Facebook and whatever else
because
she was on social media.
People probably were like, "Woman, you're crazy. Why are you lying for these?" I'm sure she got attacked after making that video. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
I just didn't know if she knows what happened and she's just sticking up for her brother.
Yeah, and I bet you a lot of people on the internet think she's just sticking up for her brother, and they probably went in on her and she took that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And you know how hard the internet can be. It can be a monster when it wants to be.
Yeah, and did you see that I think JLR posted it that the father had some bruised knuckles?
Now, I haven't heard anything about bruised knuckles, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he did have a picture up there, and it looked like the knuckles were pretty bruised.
Okay, yeah, because he's been beating on that woman.
Yeah, and I still say that the baby's eye doesn't look right. It looks like it's red and it's swollen, almost like it got punched in the eye a little bit.
I don't know. I couldn't really tell. It just his eye looks crooked, but he didn't look, beat up and battered to me. Not to me, but everybody has their own perception of things.
Yeah, it kind of looks red a little bit and puffy. And I'm like, it just doesn't look like lazy eye to me. It looks like
that could just be from crying, though. You know how you get puffy eyed when you cry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A lot of people believe the baby's been shaken. I've heard that a lot, and I mean, it is a possibility the baby's just cross-eyed and that's it, you know, but you know, right now everybody's just speculating on what they think, and you know, everybody could be right, I could be wrong, you could be right, you know, it could be somebody's right. Something happened to this baby.
Mhm.
So I'm sure all the
Yeah,
theories
and I
that's been
mean,
thrown out, one of them's right.
yeah, it just doesn't seem right. The lady doesn't look like she's actually crying. She looks like she's faking it. The dad doesn't look like he's really upset about it,
The
and
dad's
I
a
don't know. It's
monster. I mean, just
just
his criminal record alone, he should be in prison.
well, he's going to prison.
Yeah, I know he's going to go to prison either way we look at it, but hopefully by the time that, you know, we don't have to wait to the second for him to go to jail.
Yeah. Do you think so they took away the 2-year-old?
Yes, the little girl. Yes, I mean, day one, you know, once they refused to cooperate, they came in and CPS took the little 2-year-old, the girl, out of the home.
Yeah, that's not good. I wonder what's going to happen with the other kids.
Well, the other kids, I believe, are living with the bio mom.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was at the game too. The biological mother of the boy that was playing was at the game.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who was all at that game, because, you know, LE's going to question everybody that was at that game.
Yes, and I'm sure they already have. And they know. I think they already know. They just have to prove it, right? They need to prove it because they don't want to arrest them and charge them and them get away with it. They want the charges to stick. So I think they already know. It's just a matter of trying to put enough evidence together to make the arrest and get the conviction.
Yeah, and I think it was suspicious of the grandma, too. Why would she come out and say they won't hurt their kids? You know what I mean? Like, why would she just come out and say that?
Because she knows what people are thinking. Maybe. You know, but that grandmother also has another child that's in prison for horrible crimes. So she's done raised a couple badass sons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's her fault. You really can't control how your kids are. You try to teach them the best you can, and sometimes they go astray, you know? I mean, you look at Jeffrey Dahmer's parents, they were church going Bible thumpers, and he ended up killing people and eating them. You know, sometimes it's hard to judge the parents on what their kids do.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's so much, you know, out there that the kids can turn sway a different way, you know?
Yeah, especially if they get involved in drugs or gangs, or, you know, they get with the wrong people, bad influences, you know. I have a hard time with, you know, when people do stuff, taking it out on their parents, because they, you know, sometimes, and then, you know, just because you have one bad family member don't mean the whole family's bad.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So it's hard to judge like that. You kind of just got to judge individually of this man's a monster, her other son's a monster, but I don't know how many kids she has. She might have some good kids too, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really hear much about the other kids, so I don't know.
Yeah. And like this dude, apparently between them, there's like 6 kids. So there's a bunch of them. I think there's another older girl. There's I think 2 sons. There's Emmanuel. There's the 2-year-old. I don't know all of them, you know. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's like 5, 6 kids.
And he doesn't have custody of the other 2 then?
No, he don't have custody because he, I guess, you know, alleged child abuse and beat one of the kids really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I believe it was his kid he beat. It wasn't somebody else's kid. I'm not positive on that. All I know is he beat a child really bad.
Yeah, that's what allegedly is saying. Some lady came out and said that on Facebook.
Yeah, and if you'll beat a kid, you know you'll beat on a woman.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. You beat on anything.
Yeah, I think we're a few days at the max from there being an arrest. Okay, at the max.
I hope so.
All right, you be good. Appreciate you calling.
All right, bye, Dolly.
All right, peace. All right, guys, look, we're 3 away from being 100. We're 103 people away from hitting 75,000 subscribers. I think, well, make that 172. Wait, no, 102 people now. I think we can do it today. If you're watching out there and you want to help, go ahead, sub up the channel, ring the bell for notifications. We bring you the best in true crime. You know, a lot of breaking news as it's happening, as it's going on. So if you ain't a member of our family yet, boom, we just hit 74.9. Now we are 100 people away from the magic mark, right? And then Dolly's going to do the Humpty dance, right? The running man, the Cabbage Patch, the robot, right? Boop. The Michael Jackson Thriller. We're going to hit all the moves. We're going to hit all the moves at 75K, baby. We're going to hit all the moves. All right. With that said, I want to hear from you people. Is there going to be an arrest in this case? What do you think? Are they going to arrest the people? Unknown caller. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello. You got to turn me down in the background.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm just calling from Southern California, and I'm just going to say that I definitely think the parents are guilty, like 100%.
Do you think they're going to make an arrest here soon?
Yes, I think, especially from the area they're from, that's a really bad area in general. So I just have a feeling I could see it. I watch lots of crime stories, lots of this stuff, and you could just see it as a mother of 4 kids, teenagers now. There's no sadness in their eyes. There's no, like, it's just, they look heartless. They don't even look like they're worried.
Do you think the man then beat the sadness out of her though? I mean, to me, she looks abused, you know,
Yeah,
and
that's what we were talking about with all of our neighbors, that she looks like an abused woman. She has no emotion at all. She, like, her black eye, it looks like she had 2 black eyes. And
that's
one
what I
was
said.
healed.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I said. I said that one of them looks fresh and the other eye looks like she just got over having a black eye.
Yes, and if that just happened, like, I'm just saying 100%, like, I know this mother and father or whatever they are, these horrible people are guilty.
Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling something's going to pop up and they're going to give in the next day or two, and we're going to have answers.
Yeah. And I bet you they feel it coming. They know that it's almost over for them, that the police are closing in on them pretty tightly. And, you know, the first one to talk is the first one to walk. And any good lawyer probably would be telling this woman, hey, blame your husband and walk, take a deal and go ahead and confess to what's going on. And you might be able to watch your daughter grow up. If not, you're going to be away for the rest of your life.
Exactly. There's one other thing. I don't know. I saw it on an Instagram reel, but something, I don't know if it's true or not, but something, someone had said that the day before the incident that one of the parents went to that, the Big Five, and they asked about surveillance things because they said their car was broken into.
I heard the same thing. Rumor.
Okay, so that's just what I heard. But the thing is, just from the area they are from and stuff, and the looks of them and everything, no emotion, the fake tears, like, it's horrible.
Did you see the pictures I posted just a few minutes ago from the people from the Big Five that said she never had a baby with her? Now that's alleged because we don't know, you know, anybody could post anything, but these people are saying they work there and the lady never had a baby with her at all. And the police know this and they weren't supposed to say it to the public.
Yeah, honestly, I think that they were looking for a place to scene the crime out. So they were like looking, oh, this place doesn't have cameras, and the baby was already gone before, you know, all that incident happened.
I mean,
honestly,
can you love a man? I mean, I'm not a woman, so I can't think like a woman. Can you love a man that beats you like that?
It all depends, because honestly, I was in a domestic relationship for 8 years when I was like 17 till I was like 20 something. And sometimes, you know, you feel like you're stuck. Everyone's different, you know? So, but something to happen to your child, like, that's horrible. Like, I would never choose a child over a man, you know? So it wasn't my daughter being hit or anything. It was me, but still, I honestly think they're guilty. And I think within the next day or two, because they're already trying to lawyer up, you know, their family even are talking bad about them on social media. So I just, you know, I feel in my heart as a mother watching them, plead for their child. Like, why would you talk about his little curly hair and please feed him? If
Yeah.
you have him, please feed him. And they're talking in past tense too, like
Yeah.
he's already gone. So
Yeah, and not one tear. I mean, they were whining, but not one tear falling out
yeah,
of
there's
neither one of
no.
them's eyes.
I even zoomed in to see if there's any water in their eyes, and there was nothing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I don't know how people can do this to their own kids. And you know, the
It's
thing is
sad.
this: if they didn't want the kid, they could have gave that kid away. Somebody would have loved to have that kid.
That's what I always tell my husband when I watch, because I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff, and I'm
Mhm.
like, why don't they just go to someone and be like, hey, I can't take care of my kid, instead of murdering your kid or
I
doing something
know.
horrible to your kids, like, and you don't get in trouble. You can't get in trouble for giving up your kid. You know what
No,
I mean?
yeah, I know.
So I
I
don't
know.
understand why people even do that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it
But I
blows
just
my
wanted to
mind.
give you my opinion. I'm working right now.
All right,
But
thank
I
you.
just wanted to put my opinion in there because I'm from like around that area, from Orange County, but I know how people in that area are. So
Okay, I appreciate you calling. You be good. Stay safe.
all right, you too. Thank you.
All right, peace. All right. Yeah, like I'll never understand it. I got the phone lines closed for a second. I'll open them right back up in just a minute. I just want to say this because you know I've dealt with a lot of people that have killed their kids and been through a lot of court cases. You know, in person, Harmony Montgomery, Megan Boswell, Leilani Simon. I mean, some huge cases. You know, been there in person, and my whole time in my mind, I'm like, how can somebody do this? And I'll never understand it. You know why? Because I'm not crazy. Okay. I mean, I'm a good crazy, you know, the kind you can't take around your family. I might say something stupid, but I ain't the kind of person that's going to hurt you, murder you. You know, I'm a proud father. I'm just goofy. Right. And my mind can never comprehend why somebody would do this to their child. Like my daughter, I got one kid, my daughter, she's 25. I went today she got somebody hit her car. So we had to drop her car off to get her a rental. And she's quick to reach in my pocket and spend my money. I can never hurt my child, right? Never. Like I look at my daughter as she's an extension of me. She's a mini me, right? And one day she'll take over everything that I have built, right? So how could I hurt that person? How could I do these things that's, you know, and especially to parents that raised their child for years and then one day they just hate their child and then they do it? Like, I don't get it. If you don't want a child, don't have a child. And there's people out here that, you know, there's gay couples, there's people that can't have kids that will give this kid, there's older people that, you know, can't have kids anymore that would love to have a small child that they would take care of and treat good, and you wouldn't have to go to prison. Like it's just they're so narcissist that they don't want the child and they don't want nobody else to have the child. They don't want the child to be happy. They want the child to be miserable. We're 78 subs to go. Thank you guys. Y'all are the best. And listen, one thing I found in all these cases I cover all over the country, and going to the scene and meeting with the families, and you know, I don't know how many of y'all have sit around with people that thrown their babies and held conversations with people that thrown their babies in the trash. I have. Okay. Y'all watch me do it live. You know, I've met with mothers that kids have been kidnapped. I've met with mothers that have killed their kids. And the one thing I find in common in all these people is there's some disconnect between them and the child. And it usually, for some reason, has to do with hatred for the man they had the child with. If that child reminds them of that man, then sometimes they take things out on that child because they hate their ex or their spouse. Sometimes, if that child reminds them of themselves, they do the same thing, right? So, and it's weird because parents can have multiple kids, all right? They can have 3, 4 kids, and they are only abused just one of them, especially with mothers that have babies from different fathers. There's some type of disconnect where you're not bonded with that child, or you like this other child better. So this is like your secondhand kid. It don't matter as much to you. It's a weird thing to try to wrap your head around, because my whole thing with crime is trying to figure out what is going on in people's mind. That's why, you know, I'm so interested in serial killers. I don't like what they do, right? It's the curiosity of what is going on in somebody's mind, because I think everybody starts off in this world as a good person, and slowly you become crazier and crazier, or sicker and sicker, or eviler and more evil. And then there's a certain point to where you snap. And my curiosity with all these people like Ted Bundy, Gacy, Dahmer, the Hillside Stringer, just all these people, at what point did they lose their shit? Okay. And it's the brain, a curiosity of the mind that has me so interested in the crimes. Like, what was Brian Kohlberger thinking when he went in and did what he did? You know, it's that curiosity that keeps me coming back to true crime. All right. So we are what, 69 people? Is that right? 69? I don't know. My math's a little bad. 69 people away from 75,000. Thank you, guys. I'm going to open the phone lines back up. A lot of great callers so far today, and it's good to hear from some of you people on the West Coast. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Chief.
What's up, Chief?
I'm just thinking about this whole thing, and I'm wondering why they wouldn't take every phone ping off them cell phones and start their search from that point and work their way out from the tower.
Well, I'm sure right now they are tapping them cell phones.
Yeah, but I'm saying the pings itself. Start the search from where the pings start.
Especially if they've traveled out of the area. I agree with that.
There's probably a cell phone tower, maybe 3 or 4 within a 20-mile span surrounding each tower.
Yeah, probably usually around every 5 to 10 miles there'll be a tower.
Yeah. So why not start the search from there? I mean,
if they're going out of a common area, like say you can look at their cell phone pings and they've stayed in this area most of the time. And then now you got a ping that's coming from, a city 30 miles away or 40 miles away that they don't usually go to. That's what I would be looking for, is they went somewhere out of the area to dispose of the child. But then you take the risk of getting pulled over with a dead baby in the car kind of thing. But especially when you live in such a rural area, like, would they find you in the desert? Look, the mob in Vegas, they be killing all kind of people. You think they ever find any of them people that end up in the desert? Nope.
Well, I guess you would have to pay attention to the vultures and the buzzards.
Well, if you're buried, vultures don't even,
vultures can smell. Vultures have one of the strongest senses, can smell up to miles away from where they are.
Yeah.
So, if you see a pack of vultures circling in the sky, you know they're looking for something dead on the ground. They're
absolutely.
Because that's what they do.
Yes. I want to show the people, the viewers real quick, this right here on my screen, not to cut you off, Chief, but this is the casket that they have put together, the custom casket for Jaden Spicer, that of course his mother's just been charged with murder. The stepfather's been charged now, which is great, but they made him a custom coffin with Spider-Man and it says his name on it. That's a cool coffin,
cool.
Now I want me a custom coffin. I want the Cadillac of coffins now. When I go out, y'all better put me in something good.
Hell yeah. I want to get buried in a Lambo so I could get the head.
There you go. That's to be the closest I ever get to one in my death. Right?
Yeah.
So all right, Chief. You be good.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you next time. All right. Peace.
Absolutely.
All right, so that was, it's beautiful, right? For a coffin, it's still a sad situation to know that, of course, this child is not with us, but it's a really nice coffin. It's really nice to see people took their time to do something wonderful for this little boy, even in death. I am sure she will crack. Once she is separated from him, she will break down. She looks scared to me. if she says he's wrong, things she may be next. You know, Stephanie, I think we all know she's a battered woman. Okay, we can look at her and tell she's a battered woman. It's just so hard to, like, when she was in the police station. I mean, I don't know the level of her fear. You know, oh, if you tell on me, I have people, my family, will hurt your family. Because people make threats, right? There's some guys out here that threaten women pretty badly. Like, if you leave me, I'll hurt your kids, I'll hurt your family. And some dudes are just monsters, and they use control to keep a woman. I don't think stuff like that works. I don't think a woman can be controlled. Y'all your own beast. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're going to lose that battle trying to control somebody. If somebody don't love you, you can't make somebody love you. It took me, you know, to get a little older to realize you can't force a person to love you. They either love you or they don't love you. And if you're trying to force that, it's never going to work. Okay, you cannot make somebody love you. You can't make somebody care about you. It's just one of those battles that you'll try and do what you do, but you'll lose that battle every time, right? And women, if anything ever, you know, I know most of us are older. We're past that wild, crazy young age where there is some tension in the relationships, because when you get older, you ain't got time for that fighting and arguing. Now, when I was young, me and my baby's mama, we were like oil and water, right? At times we loved each other at first, of course, we had a kid together, but then we got into the stage where we started arguing and fighting about the littlest things and stuff like that. And we knew that, hey, we got to go our separate ways. We got to, you know, it just is not going to work. And it ain't no reason to try to force something that is no longer there. And sometimes you can, no, it ain't like I never tried to work things out and you know, but it just wasn't there anymore. And it was better off for both of us as people and our daughter to be in a healthy environment. Kids don't need to be around people fighting and arguing all the damn time, right? It's not a healthy environment for any child. So I encourage you, if you're in a bad relationship and somebody's not treating you like $1 million, you need to get up and get the hell away from it, because there's somebody out there that will treat you good, right? Every man is not bad. Every woman's not a bitch, you know? So you just got to find that perfect person for you. And that person is out there, right? You don't have to stay in these relationships that are not healthy. It's hard to take an unhealthy relationship and make it healthy. It's better to keep a healthy relationship healthy, because once that relationship dies, it's just like a person. It's hard to bring them back. And you may be running on life support, but how long is that really going to last? Right? You gotta love and care about each other. You gotta trust each other and build. You should be more happier the next day you're with somebody than that first day. Everybody's happy at first, but when a lot of times that wears off, right? You got to continue that happiness, and that happiness continues. You found your soulmate, right? And you know, some people think, well, this is the best I can do. This is blah, blah. You know, I don't deserve better. You know, they're hard on themselves, but I'm here to tell you, you deserve way better than that in life. And there's somebody out there for you that will treat you good and love you for who you are and not try to change you. All right. Because a lot of you women out here, not to pick on you, you all think you can change a man. Y'all look for a damaged guy and then think, well, I can fix him. You can't. You cannot fix a broken dude. We are unrepairable. We are who we are, right? So when you go in these relationships like, oh, I can fix them. That was your first mistake. That was your first mistake. Love the dude for who he is. And if you do love him for who he is, that is a good relationship, right? Like PJ loves me because I'm a big goofball, all right? And she don't try to change me because she enjoys who I am as a big kid. Okay. She has multiple kids. She has me, right, to take care of. So I don't have to be changed. I don't have to try to change, you know, and I don't want somebody out there trying to change me. I want to be who I am. And I want you to add to that. And if you try to take away from who I am, that's a bad relationship. But if you want to add value to who I am, that's the person I'm looking for, and that's the person I found. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Bring somebody in your life that adds value, not that brings you down or weighs you down like a weight and you swimming in the ocean. That's horrible. And anybody that's going to beat on you, man, woman, anybody out here, even if it's woman, if you're in a same-sex relationship, man, get away from that. You deserve better. You don't deserve to be beat on. You don't deserve to be talked to like a piece of crap, because there's somebody that will treat you good. Dolly, the therapist, I sometimes I got to preach, right? And I think it comes with age. Once you get a little older, you get with. I'm over all that wild shit, right? I'm calm, chill, laid back, and I don't want you fucking up my vibe. Okay, that's just where I'm at in life, right? I'm at that vibe point. Let me enjoy the last bit of time I got without a headache. Okay, that's the most important thing to me. Simple things, right? Simple things. All right, let's get the phone lines back open. Call-in number is on the screen. I'll take a few more calls before here. Dolly.
It's Grendel.
Is who?
Grendel.
Oh, Grendel. What's up, Grendel?
Check your Facebook.
Check my Facebook. Is that an order?
Yeah. No, the pic's there. I tried every email, but every email was sent back.
Okay, I don't know why.
I don't either. This is from Daphne's case files. I got it off of.
Okay, I do not see no email from you. Let me check my unread. I don't see no email from you. Now, did you send the Jimmy Jams TV?
TV, yeah, it's in like the chat or whatever.
I don't know. It's like I haven't been getting my messages like talking about it. I'm checking my unread. What did you send me?
I sent you a pic of his knuckles.
A pic of his. Yeah, I didn't get that. Not at all.
Hold on. Which?
So let me go to all messages. Are you friends with me on that Facebook group? I mean, on my page? I don't know why your message is not coming through. It's been my Facebook has been acting up for the last few days. You may have better off trying to send it to my email.
I did try to send it to your email, but it didn't.
Oh, I didn't get it on my.
It kept, every email kept sending back.
I don't know why.
I'm Jimmy James TV on
Facebook. I'm not getting okay.
Messenger.
Oh, okay. My producer's saying she don't think the knuckles are that bruised. She thinks his skin is tan, but I didn't get the picture, so I don't know what's going on.
No, there's a pointer finger too.
Huh?
There's like a marking on his pointer finger. You'll see.
Well, I bet his fingers are bruised. He punched that woman in the face. I mean, we know he's beating on the woman.
You can see the bruises because I have an up close pic of it.
Okay, well, I didn't get it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have it. It didn't go through. I don't know what's going on with it.
All right.
All right.
Just let you know.
Thanks, bye. Okay, hold on. I got a picture of it. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, here we go. This is the picture that he is referring to. Okay. As you can see. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. Let me discuss this picture for a minute. Let me blow it up. Blah, blah, blah. Right there. Okay. I mean, he does have some darkness around his knuckles. But I mean, I don't know. I'm white. I'm white as a damn Casper the Friendly Ghost. So, yeah, he does have a little darkness around his knuckles. I don't really know if that's bruises. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me save the picture. All right, let me pull it up so I can blow it up. I gotta save it to blow up the picture. I mean, I don't know. Do they look bruised to you guys in the chat? I mean, there's certain parts of your body that's a little bit darker than other spots, especially if you have some complexion to your skin. All right, hold on. Producer's calling. Hello? Is that his left hand? It looks like his left hand. Okay. Yeah, left-handed, and she's got a black eye on the right side, so it looks like he left-hand hooked her ass. Yeah, he got some dry hands. Like crusty knuckle. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Bye, babe. So, yeah, he appears to have bruises on his left hand. I don't know if that's bruises or not. But then if you look, if you throw a left hand, when you hit somebody, their right eye would be black. Okay. And we look at her, she has her right eye is black. And I'm not quite sure if these are bruises or not. Okay. It could just be, he could have crusty ass knuckles. I don't know. But anyway, we look at it, this dude is a piece of crap that beats on his wife and hurts kids. Right. So I have no mercy for this guy. If they dropped him off the planet today, I wouldn't care. Okay. He gets what he gets. And, I can't wait till he gets to prison. And thank you for everybody that's been subbing up. We are now, let's see, 64 people away from hitting 75,000. So if you're watching out here and you ain't subbed up yet, sub up the channel, ring the bell, help us hit 75,000 today. I think we're going to do it today, right? It's still early in the day. I still got my show tonight. So I think we will probably hit that 75,000 mark. If we could hit it, well, we just lost a person. They took their subscription back. They're like, the hell with Dolly's face. Okay. He looks like a naked mole rat without the beard. But thank you guys that have subbed up. And I think we'll hit it today, 75,000. And I'll do the happy dance, right? Y'all get to see it. I'll bust a move, do the Cabbage Patch. But let me open the phone lines back open. We're getting closer and closer by the minute, guys. Closer and closer by the minute. And thank you so much. Big virtual hugs to each and every one of you subbing up today. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Shauna
Hey.
from Nashville.
What's up,
How are you?
Shauna? I'm doing
We're
good.
almost there. We're almost there. 75. We can do it.
We're 50 people away. 50 people.
We're going to do it.
I think so.
We're going to
too.
do it. I shared your stuff. I told my daughter, I don't care if you want to watch them or not, they'll sub to them. So she did.
Awesome. There you go. Make them do it. Make them do it.
Right. Anyway, rock with me for a minute, okay? Just hear me out.
All right.
So I was thinking about this. You know how they say there's always some truth, some sense of truth to a lie?
Yes.
Okay, so I was thinking about this. I actually had a freaking dream about it. It was weird. You know how, and I totally get, like, when I didn't think it was a big deal when she said I put my baby on the chair and then I fell on the floor and I got up off the floor. I didn't think too much of it because, you know, my dad was from Italy and he called the ground the floor and, you know, stuff like that. And some people just, you know, and when you're stressed out and whatever. But, okay, this might sound crazy, but just a theory, just a speculation. What if, okay, so what did the grandmother say, that she lost another grandson like a week or 2 weeks ago or something?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so first of all, it'll come out whether they know if she had the black eye or if if Emmanuel was at the funeral. Surely someone, if they haven't seen him in 2 weeks, that's really sus. No one's seen him. But also, so what if she like had the baby in her arms, they were going at it. She put the baby on the chair, thinking it wouldn't fall off the chair, maybe a bar stool, even like one of those high backs.
Yeah.
Like set him down. And then he fell, like he punched her. She fell into the chair and the baby fell off the chair and like fell on its head or something onto the floor. Just a thought.
Or she was holding the baby and he punched her and
Right.
they both fell and the baby hit its head or something.
Right. Or they fell into the, like a chair or something, you know, like the baby smacked its head real hard on a chair. I don't know. That's just a thought. But also when his sister did that post, did you pick up when she said, and you know, everybody's saying that he's slow or whatnot, but he just has a lazy eye. And I loved him even more because of that. And she said, what'd she say? She used something else in the past tense.
He's more beautiful than most of the people I know. She said something of that nature.
Yeah. And more beautiful than most people I know. And I loved him for it or something. I'd have to listen to it again, but she said two things in the past tense. There was it was in that sentence, but she said, loved him even more for it or something like that. And also he was the most beautiful baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we listen to that again, if anyone else caught that, I don't know. Y'all had chatted about that and I just didn't hear it, but that's all I caught her talking about past tense is in that part when she was talking. And then she starts crying, you know, like that's when she starts crying. And and then she's like, she says something right before the last thing she says, and I know he's going to come home.
Yeah.
But
Let me address
yeah.
this. Did I say aloha or did I say Ola?
You said aloha.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny.
Now it's a Hawaiian person did it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the Hawaiians, we're looking for Hawaiian male.
We love our
Ola.
Dollyisms.
Ola. Yeah. I'm brain dead. Don't pay me no mind.
No, you ain't. Hey, it's like I made in the comment section on that video, because I wasn't live. I said, it must be like an Eastern Kentucky, West Virginia thing, because my husband says crap like that all the time.
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I don't really know Spanish, so I might
he doesn't either. And he's got a deep accent like you do. And I'll leave you with this and I'll let you go.
Now we're looking for Lilo and Stitch. Okay.
Right. On Turtle Island. Okay, I'll leave you with this. It'll make you laugh and might make you feel better. My husband has what we call Joe-isms, okay? He was given a meeting at work and he's like the main boss. He's the main man. He's the head of anyway, he's just the main boss. He runs his hub here in Nashville. And he was standing up in front of all his guys doing a safety briefing. And he's like reading off, you know, this little thing they got to read off. And he was saying, and don't forget, you can use your infrared light and just kept talking. And all the guys like start busting out under their hand. He's like, what the hell, guys? This is serious. Don't be playing around. This is and he's like, they're like, hey, Joe, could you read that to us one more time? And he's like, my God, are y'all got wax in your ears? And he just goes through it again. And he's like, infrared. And they're like, look at that word again. He's like, oh God, it's infrared.
Infrared, yeah.
He said that in front of like 50 guys that gave him they busted him out. You know, those old boy tech bust out and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I get the hardest one when I say ambulance. And people are like, there's no lamp. There's no lamp. It's ambulance.
Ambulance.
I can't say it. It's just one of those words. You know, it's just one of those words that get me every time. I think it's the country in me. I'm like, well, you know what the hell I mean.
That's what he always says too. Yeah, because he says a lot of things like that. Like he says, I can't. He says a lot of funny shit. I'll think about it after I get off the phone with you. But you remind me a lot of him when you do that. That's why I get it, because I speak Dollyism. Because my husband has Joeism. So
okay, all right, you be good.
All right, guys, let's get to 75. We'll see you later. Thanks.
All right, we're only 30 people away, guys. 30 people. And yeah, there's a few words that I mess up when I say it. Ola, and I guess I said aloha. I mean, it ain't far apart, right? It ain't far apart. So I'm working on it. Okay. My brain is getting better a little bit. And don't judge me for my disabilities. Okay. So let me open the phone lines back up now. Like I said, I got time for a few more calls. We're 30 people away. Let's see if we can hit that 30 before I leave here today. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. This is Lisa from Texas.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, I was wondering, a few minutes ago, you played that last video.
Uh-huh.
And it was on the news station. And they said that the mom and the parents had inconsistent statements.
Yes.
And they went out there to talk to the dad on the front porch. You remember that video?
Yeah, well, they couldn't have talked to the dad because, I mean, he lawyered up. So they can't ask the dad anything without the lawyer present. They went there to search.
But you saw the video, and he was on the front porch, and they went back to the news station, and I caught this.
Uh-huh.
And they said that they were going to call off the search and the reward.
Because they know who did it.
Well, yeah, but I just thought that was kind of strange that they would the reward, because you would think they want people to keep talking.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard nothing in the news that said they were taking away the reward. I didn't even know there was a reward.
Well, I thought that's what they just said on that last video. The news station one that you played.
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch anything about the reward, but I may have overlooked it.
Yeah, I caught it, and I was like, I didn't even know that there was a reward. And then when they said they were going to stop searching and they're going to do away with the reward, I thought that was really strange. And maybe the lady got it mixed up. Maybe she was thinking of a different case or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but I'm going to pull that news report back up right now, and we'll listen to it again.
Yeah, it was right at the end.
Okay, I'll pull it up. We'll play it again. We'll check it out.
Okay, Dolly. Thanks.
All right, peace.
Talk to you later. Uh-huh.
All right, let's play this real quick because I didn't hear that. I may have didn't hear it. So let's play that again. I may have overlooked it. I don't know.
Now, there are several new developments in the search for this missing baby boy. Now, his mother first told deputies that she was attacked and that her baby was kidnapped from a parking lot in Yucaipa. But now, investigators say she's not been able to keep her story straight. NBC4's Lauren Coronado was live in our newsroom with how deputies are responding this morning.
Lynette, a spokesperson for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, tells us the couple's 2-year-old was taken by Riverside Child Protective Services over the weekend. And just last night, detectives were at the family's home in Cabazon. This was just after 7 o'clock last night. Witnesses say they saw detectives talking with the missing baby's father right outside the home. Also last night, as the search continues for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, community members came together for a vigil demanding answers. This was at Big 5 Sporting Goods in Yucaipa, where Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, says she was attacked in the parking lot Thursday, knocked unconscious, and woke up to find baby Emmanuel missing. Our team spoke with Rebecca Friday.
I don't remember nothing. I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
Rebecca has not spoken publicly since, and apparently she's not saying much to detectives either. A spokesperson for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says last week detectives confronted Rebecca with inconsistencies to her initial statement, and she declined to continue with an interview. Now, a national children's advocacy and violence prevention group says it's calling off its search for the baby and pulling its reward offer. This after Rebecca's story began changing and after Emmanuel's 2-year-old sister was removed again from the Haro home by CPS. Of course, if you have any information about where the baby is, or if you saw something at Big 5 in Yucaipa last Thursday, police want to hear from you. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Coronado for Today in LA.
All right, Lauren, thank you for that.
Okay. So there you have it.
On some
yes, they're pulling the reward. That's the Uvada Foundation that's doing that. The police never had a reward. And I mean, I'm not too confident in those people's searching ability anyway. I think the best people for searching and rescue type is EquiSearch. Okay. We've seen a lot of stuff that EquiSearch has found, Uvalde, like I've seen them in a couple different stories, and they kind of gave me the Raging Cajun vibe. Like they're not like 100%. I could be wrong, but I've never really got a good vibe from them people. Like they're always involved and they're always pulling off stuff. Like, oh well, we give up. Well, why quit? Ain't it just as important to find the baby? Ain't the reward just as important now? Okay, the parents are lying. We're not going to search. What? That to me, it's like you're quitters. Y'all quit on every case. And it makes news every time. Well, we're quitting. What happened to not giving up on these kids? I don't like quitters, guys. I just, not to talk bad about their organization, but we want winners. Okay? We want people that don't give up. Uvalde pulled out of the Sebastian search as well to focus on Texas charity work. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why they left a bad taste in my mouth when they did that. Like, these kids are important. You just quitters. Why people give up? We need winners. We need winners, guys. We are 26 people away from hitting 75,000. Holy shit. Holy shit. If we, today we got Jaden Spencer's mom being charged with Spicer, being charged with murder. We got the dead in jail. All we need for a good day in true crime is for Emmanuel Haro to be found or his parents arrested, right? And then we would have a great day in true crime. 25, baby, 25 away. And I know it's coming. We're just a little impatient. We're a little impatient, and the police in San Bernardino and where they're at seem like they're doing a good job. They're on top of it. They're not stupid. They're calling the BS, right? And it's just a matter of time before this arrest comes. I can't wait till I post breaking news. Parents arrested. I can't wait. I just want to see justice for this little man. And, because I believe he's not with us. Uvalde police were the ones that wouldn't go into the school and save those kids from the shooter, right? I think that's part of Texas, right? But I don't think that has anything to do with the search group, okay? I think it's two different things, but same name, yes. We ain't hit 75,000. No congratulations yet, okay? Don't jump the gun. We are officially 18 people away from the big 75K. You guys have been absolutely awesome today. And I wish it was like something good. I guess some good did come today. Like I said, in the Jaden Spicer case. But then, just there's so much doom and gloom in true crime. And most likely, Emmanuel is probably, if you ask me my honest opinion, I pray to God I'm wrong. He's probably not with us anymore. And he's probably been gone since at least August 3rd. So they had plenty of time to hide this baby or his remains. And I hope when they put this father in jail, they put him in jail with the biggest, baddest people that miss their kids. Right? You got to remember, there's some people in prison that love their kids. They're just criminals. And they miss their kids. And when you go into the system and you done hurt kids, you could rob a bank. You could rob nobody would care. Armored trucks. You can do all kinds of crimes and people do not care. But when you get locked up for hurting a kid or doing weirdo things, I ain't going to say the word because YouTube's kind of funny, but y'all know what I mean. When you're an adult and you're a weirdo, when you go to jail or prison with those type of charge, you're green lighted, which means everybody's to get you on site. It's and they have these jail and prison politics to where you have to attack the person, no matter who you are or where you're in the jail. And if you don't, then you green light it. That means everybody's to attack you because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So these prisoners can't be around anybody, right? They don't want you around because you're a monster, right? And some people believe they can be rehabilitated. Just you're closer now. Well, thank you so much. We are 7 people. You guys, You guys are bad. We may hit it this show. We may hit 5 people. We may hit 75,000 this show, thanks to you beautiful people. All right. Subbed and joined Murder Crew, long time follower. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's good to see everyone today. So excited. Yeah, y'all are more excited than I am. All right. We all gonna do we start break dancing, partying, popping bottles up in here like a P. Diddy party, without the baby oil. Don't worry. I ain't gonna lube any of you up if you sub up. Okay. No lubing up if you sub up. But if you don't, okay, you may get the baby oil. I don't think you want the baby oil. We know how that ends, right? We know how the baby oil ends. You don't want that. So sub up and you won't get lubed up. All right, let's take some more calls. Let's open the phone lines. Call-in numbers on the screen. We are 2 people away. All right. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is Regina from Florida.
Hey,
and
Regina.
I just wanted to give my opinion. It's not a fact, but that mother was obviously abused, which gives no excuse to what happened to the baby. But I think, in my opinion, I think she got that black eye because the father was hurting the child.
Maybe she was protecting the child. Maybe so.
Trying to save the baby, and he was hurting the child. That's my opinion. And when she tried to intervene, she's been abused. So he punched her in the eye to keep her from stopping him.
From hurting the baby?
Trying to stop him from hurting the baby. That's my opinion.
You're probably right about that. I got to say one thing first, not to cut you off. Cooking with Big Daddy. Thank you guys for 75,000 subscribers. You're absolutely awesome. All right, back to you.
Congratulations. I've got 3. I've got everybody subbing up to you.
Thank you. We're on that road. We're trying to hit 100K by Christmas is the goal, and we're right on track if we keep the push going.
And Dolly, I like you without the beard.
Do you? I feel naked. I feel like a mole rat, like a possum.
So long. Does PJ like it?
I don't know. She won't tell me.
Well, she'll love you anyway.
I know. She's stuck with me. It don't matter if she likes it or not.
But I just wanted to call in. That's what I think happened. Because she got that black eye right on the same day that baby supposedly got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And if she's been in that abusive relationship, she's scared. I think she tried to intervene. I think he went into a rage on the baby, and she tried to stop him from hurting the baby. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And she got socked a knife, and it's sad. Anybody that's in a controlling relationship, man or woman, need to get out.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
But anyway, thank you, Dolly, for taking my call. And I'm getting it. I'm calling people. Just sub up.
All right, awesome. You be good. Stay safe.
Okay. Bye, Dolly.
Peace. Cooking with Big Dolly. Ooh, the weed eater. Start doing the sprinkler. All right. Thank you guys. 75,000. Hard work pays off. Have fun. Flexing on them. I've been working for years now to try to get that plaque to hang on my wall. And my goal has been to try to get it before the end of the year. I don't know if it'll happen. I do know we will reach the 100,000 mark. Okay. It's been a long journey, and you know, I'm retiring when I get there. I'm just playing. I'm not retiring. I'm going to keep going. But you know, after I get to 100,000, then it's almost like when I get 1,000 likes on a video, I stop telling y'all to like the video because I'm thinking, okay, that's good enough. And once I get to 100,000 subs, I won't be like sub up the channel because I think it'll naturally grow anyway without me having to tell you every 10 minutes to sub up. But you know, I figure I spent years here with you guys on YouTube, and if I went to college, I'd be a doctor by now, right? And all my hard work, all they give you is a plaque that is worth $10 if you're lucky. You probably couldn't even resell it. And I already have a spot on my wall for it, waiting, right? A naked spot right on the wall, waiting for that plaque to go up. And it'll just feel like all my hard work, it meant something. It meant I got a $10 plaque. Okay. I mean, that's basically, I could have done bought one and saved myself all the trouble, but you know, I want to earn it. I don't want to cheat. I want every sub to be, there's some people on here, on these YouTube streets that buy subs and they buy views, and I don't do any of that. I ain't got the money to do that. I ain't a rich YouTuber. So I've worked for every single person that is on this channel, and that's going to crime scenes, that's going out there putting boots on the ground, that's searching for people, that's streaming every day, hours and hours a day to reach the amount of people that we have. And I appreciate every one of you, and most of you, a lot of you have been with me for the last 4 years since I started this channel. So by the 5-year mark, 100,000 sounds about right. Okay, so we're going to keep pushing all the way up until Christmas, which that's about what, let's see, we need about 5,000 people a month, which is hard to do. That's hard to do. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it don't, it ain't the end of the world. We keep pushing until it does happen. So I think by sometime in 2026, we will break the $100,000 finish line. I said dollar subscriber. I wish I had $100,000. I damn sure wouldn't be here, right? But we're going to hit the finish line of 100,000 subscribers, but we're going to keep running. Okay, we're going to keep running. It don't end at 100,000. That's just my goal, right? And I was watching a Jelly Roll video today, and he said, you know, I always dreamed what I thought was a big dream. And, you know, I wanted to play these places. And he said, now I'm playing this huge stadium. I never dreamed this. He said, what I learned from this is you need to dream bigger, have bigger dreams. So to me, okay, maybe I shouldn't be dreaming for 100,000. Maybe my dream should be one day I'm going to reach 1 million. Okay. I don't know if that'll happen, but it's wishful thinking, right? It's wishful thinking. And like he said, he never thought he would be where he was at. And maybe if you're going to dream, you might as well dream for the biggest dream humanly possible. And I thought that was good advice. Sexy Dolly, thank you. We'll get your eyes checked. Okay. Dolly, he has a video about his come up. Yes, dream big, right? Never stop dreaming. Right? I'm one of those people that have always chased my dreams. And this is one of my favorite quotes, and it's from Vince McMahon from the WWF or E, whatever you want to call it. He said, and it, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with wrestling, but it has to do with life. He said, the only people that catch their dreams are the people that chase them. So if you ain't chasing your dreams, you're never going to catch it. You're never going to get there without putting in the work and chasing that dream. And I'm going to chase dreams until the day they put me in a coffin. All right. So I think good ways are to set goals, you know, and like I said, my goal has been to drive, keep working hard, and we'll eventually reach the mark that we're trying to reach. Let me see. I got messages coming in. All right. I got time for one more call, guys, and then I got to get out of here for real. All right, one more call, and then I got to get out of here. And then I'll be back for my show 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight for my regular time schedule. Usually I don't come on live at this time of the day, but I figured, hey, today I'm going to come up here and rock with a lot of news and what's going on. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Rita from Dexter.
What's up, Rita?
Hey, I'm not going to take long. I just want to clear a few things up because there's some confusion in the chat, and I've been seeing it for days. Okay, yes, that man has a lot of kids, but they don't all live with him. There is an ex-wife. Those kids live with their ex-wife and her husband, and she does not deserve to lose her kids because of something these two fools did.
Absolutely.
And there is a lot of people in the chat that think that the kids all live there. They're his kids. Just because he's a man don't mean his kids are with him.
Yeah.
They're with the mother. And the mother did not lie. She said she did not see that baby at that game. The mother of those kids. She was not taking up for them. And so I wanted to clear that up because that's not only in your chat, that's in other chats. And I know people go back and forth, and that's how that misinformation gets spread around. And that mother don't need that hassle because she didn't do anything wrong. And, but I just wanted to clear that up. And there was one other thing I wanted to clear up. The grandmother that spoke is the mom's mom. And it was the mom's brother that offed his wife in 2017. And the grandmother that spoke is the one that harassed the victims' families. And there's proof of this. If DJ doesn't dig it, she'll find it because I saw it on other channels too. But they were told in court by the judge, if this continues, we will arrest you too. They told the grandma that. So that grandma, the mom's mom, the one that was the white-haired lady that was talking, the older lady, she is the one that's got a history of messing with victims' families and taking up for another son that offed his wife. So the crazy also was in the mom's family. Now, the aunt that spoke, this is different. The aunt that spoke is the brother's sister. So a lot of people are getting that confused. They think the aunt that spoke is the grandma's sister, and that's all on his side. That's not true. Both sides have people in their family that have committed crimes, lied on the internet, things like that. But it's the mother's mom that came out and said what she said. That is the one that has the son that is in prison now.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people have that all over. Now, the aunt that spoke is the dad's sister. I see that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But the grandma that spoke is the mom's mom.
And that's the one that has the son
is.
That's the one that has the son that's in prison.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that because what it was he did this. He claimed he was innocent and blah, blah, blah. Well, they were in court and the judge even got onto her because the victims' families were being harassed by her.
Yeah.
So I just wanted you to know what was going on because this confusion is not only in your chat room, it's in other chat rooms that I've seen. And I'm like, all these people step up to jail.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate it, Rita. Not a problem. All right. You know it. All right. Peace. All right. You guys, totally awesome. Hold on. I forgot to hang up the phone. You guys, totally awesome. We hit the goal of 75,000 a day. Not only that, went over it. We're at 75,033 people. So you guys are the best. And of course, for people that watch the replay of this video, if y'all make it 3.5 hours into a damn video, y'all got more power than I do. But if you're watching, sub up, ring the bell for notifications. Of course, a great way to help support the channel is to check out my products in the merch store. I make the best soap in the world, if you didn't know, and you can get you some. Hey guys, have you washed your ass crack and your titty flaps today? Is your soap leaving you a little bit dry and your clam just a little bit crusty? If that's the case, you're in the right place. I'm Dolly, the creator of Dolly's Luxurious Lather Bars, the best soap in the world. And I'm here to tell you, your soap ain't shit. It's filled with harsh ingredients and chemicals that you can't even say. Some of it is even made by doctors that ain't even doctors. And let me tell you, this right here, downright disgusting. Your flaps deserve better. Here at Dolly, we take every crack, flap, crevice in consideration. We only use the best 100% all natural ingredients because we care about your lady parts. Every bar is handcrafted by me, Dolly, and we carry some of your favorite scents such as raspberry lemonade, pink sugar, our version of love spell, Caribbean haze, and a ton more. To add the full luxury to your bath experience, don't forget to check out Dolly Voodoo Candles. They will cast a spell right into the air that will leave you relaxed, rejuvenated, refreshed. So what are you waiting for? Get over to www.buydollysoap.com. Save yourself 10% on your entire order when you use promo code Wash Your Flaps. Remember, keep your ass cracks and your titty flaps clean. Look forward to your order. Be shipping out to you soon. I'm Dolly. See you guys later. Bam! Okay, Dolly soap. That was skinny Dolly. Now I done put on some weight. You know what they say, don't get your hate up, get your weight up. All right, and that's what I've done. I've gained a little bit of weight since that video. And soon there will be a new commercial. We don't even sell voodoo candles anymore. We sell Dolly country candles now. It's a little bit nicer. They're in little mason jars. We're sold out of them at this second. And yeah, we're sold out of them. But we're stocking the store. I got some new tumblers. So make sure y'all check out the Dolly tumblers. So get you the best. If you ain't drinking out of a Dolly tumbler, you're missing out on life, okay? And plus, it's a great way to keep the lights on and keep me fed and fat, okay? Y'all see how I look skinny? I look like a crackhead. We don't want Dolly looking like a crackhead. You got to feed me, okay? The best way to do that is by checking out some of my merch. We got hoodies, T-shirts, hats, you name it, we got it. BuyDollySoap.com. Easy to remember, BuyDollySoap.com. Okay, you guys, I will see y'all later tonight after I have dinner, and we'll go over some of the stuff on Jaden Spicer, of course. The baby right here, Haro. I almost forgot his name for a minute. God. And Jack and Lily. We're going to go over them later tonight, so make sure you tune in for that, and I will see you guys soon. Remember this, if nobody else loves you, Dolly does. Peace.